Your reign on the top is short like leprechauns as I crush all you whack MCs and rapper thugs. That was refreshing. Yeah. You can catch me in the Mecca, looking so mean. Blue Yankee fitted while I'm chilling with my team. Madison Square on the sideline screaming. Coach put me in and I'm on, now I'm beastin'. Hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Oh yeah. Yo, you can catch me on the front line, looking like a sergeant. BX, all the way to Jersey, we'll be marching. SB, Cool D, Mellow, bring the squad in. Call me Ray Moses with the flow that I be parting. Pardon me while I shoot for the art when a nigga draws. I'm Ray Charles, eyes sharp when a nigga saw. Come on, dog, you can see a nigga paw. Feeling like fuck the world, my emotions too raw. My name rings bells, I'm kicking down your door. Think you super fly, I put you in disguise like a luchador. So international, my thoughts are on tour. Shorty loves the swag, gotta slurp it through the super straw. This shit was hot about a week ago. I'm AC mixed with Zach, you still screeching though. You can hate, you still peeping though. I be riding through my old hood, running. Now it's time to get it in, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Yeah, fly nigga catch me with a shorty. I'm from the Bronx when my nigga still poppin' 40. Puerto Rican call me Barty. Shorty called the dick that is too gaudy. Yeah, this game I'm about to kick got me feeling like some salt that your bitch about to lick. Like some alcohol, I'm about to liquor in this bitch. Then I'm out to the store to cop me a soda and the chick gon' stay grinding. I bet them red lights make you stop. It's my time, boy. I've been ticking like a watch. I'ma push the pen. At the end, it's all about respect. I'm ahead of mine's how I'm standing on top of next. Wow. Pure bars if you rewind it. Said I'm ahead of mine, I guess I have to remind it. My bad, you had a declining. You wasn't all that, it's time to fall back. Now it's time to get it in, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Who else? This shit is poppin'. All you other rappers know your shit is flapping. Hollybugs, this shit is knocking. They sending shots, I'ma tumble with the blocking. I'm not the type to talk about I pump bread or this money. I'm trying to dump 'em up like bunk beds. I'm tired of living life broke, fuck that. This money I must stash like it's under the nose. Hold up. Ray getting funky on them. Let's rock Al Bundy on them, funny on them. I go bananas, I'm a monkey on them. I'm addicted to rap, guess what, I'm a junkie on them. I'm causing riots when the rally starts. And one when I cross lines like tally marks. Ray Pearson, I ain't with the slacking. You can call this satisfaction. Now it's time to get it in, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ray Pearson, welcome. Who else? I'm here. Right. Yeah. Get him now, Boogie.
Goddamn, Boogie, where'd you find this?
Yeah, big talking Brewskies. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Big talking Brewskies. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Kicking back, having a few beers, we're chatting. Pull up your chair, we're all relaxing. Any subject, we never dismiss. Big talking Brewskies with Marissa Smith. Comedy, sex, relationships, more. Any subject, we got it in store. Big talking Brewskies is coming in live. Crack one open, Marissa has arrived. Big talking
Hey
Brewskies
guys,
with Marissa
happy
Smith.
Friday! This is Big Talkin' Brewskies, and I'm Marissa Smith. I've got Rodna Daniels with
What's
me.
up, guys? Happy Friday.
I've got Gordon McNiff with me.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday.
And we have Noriko Ott with us.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So, Gordon, how was your week?
It was, it was pretty dry. Just your standard week, I guess. Got to do a few comedy shows. Was, working for the most part. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
Oh, I had a good week. It was like busy. I did some shows. The old day job. We went on a date. Yeah.
Nice.
So I went on a first date.
Oh.
So
Coffee meet and greet.
Yeah.
Was it coffee or was it dinner?
It was coffee. It was a coffee date, and it was like Saturday, and then like after he was just like, "Oh, like we should like meet up for dinner at some time." So I don't know when that's happening, but
Did you ghost him? Did you hit him up? Or
no, we've been messaging, but
okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
No, he seems like a fine gentleman.
Well, take it easy. Slow down.
I need to slow my roll. I know.
I just like the idea of he's fine.
He's all right. He's all right.
Whatever.
He's all right. So Noriko, how was your week?
Oh, it was good. I went back to Portland and did some shows. There was the local newspaper there, the Portland Mercury, put on a big like multi-person like comedy show, and it was like at a big like 800-seat theater. It was really nice.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is slightly larger than the open mics I've been doing here and in Brooklyn. So that felt pretty awesome. So it was good.
You mean like 12 angry comics looking at their phones?
Waiting
Yes.
for their time.
Exactly.
Are you originally from Portland?
No. I was born in Oregon, but then I lived in Arizona most of my life, and then when I started comedy in like 2010ish, I moved back to Portland and kind of started there mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between comedy in Portland and comedy in New York, other than the 800-seat theater?
I was like, people like comedy there, and
I was just down in Georgia, and it was the most different. It was,
Yeah.
oh my God, everybody was so pumped to be there.
Mhm.
And I've been in Seattle, and it's the same thing. It's every time I get outside in New York, it's like the best show I've ever done. And I'm like, this is my reality.
yeah, no. So, what is the big on the northeast northwest? It was like for what coast I'm on, but in Portland too, it's very like it was a good place to come up and learn comedy, because then it was like people are like a lot more like it's a more like PC place or whatever. It's a bad place, not a bad way to frame it, but yeah, like so you had to really there was a lot of political culture and stuff, so it was a lot of like you had to kind of watch what you said, and which was a good way to learn. Honestly, it was a good way you weren't just. I got to cut out a lot of like steps along the way of just being kind of horrendous or whatever, like a lot of people are when they first start. So if it makes sense.
Because, actually, the dude that I went on the date with, he sent me an article. He texted me an article today, and Mel Brooks, kind of was going on a rant about how he feels like political correctness is ruining comedy, and that, he would never be able to do Blazing Saddles today.
Right.
And, most of the work that he's done, he'd never be able to do today because of, the politically correct climate.
Right.
Do you feel that, political correctness is, hindering comedy?
Oh, not at all. No. Because, Blazing Saddles was good because it came out when it came out. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be funny now. It just wouldn't be a good movie. If it came out today, you'd be like, oh, this isn't... The jokes would be, cartoonish and dumb if you want. You know what I mean? If it came out now, it wouldn't matter. So,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's funny because it came out then and it was important then. It was a good movie then. You know what I mean? Because it made sense then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas, yeah. So I don't think so at all. I think there's nothing wrong with with people saying like, hey, if you say a certain thing, like I don't think that's really like, you know, making people think. Sorry, I had a lot of beers last night too, so my no, but I'm just saying like making somebody think about not themselves when they speak is not like really a bad thing, and I think you could totally work around it, and you know, so I mean personally that's, but if you want to push that further than I might feel comfortable, then go for it, like, you know, and that's you have to deal with that, not me.
What about you, Gordon?
I mean, I feel like, I mean, in some, I mean, I agree absolutely. If he did the same, I watched the movie like a year ago, and I mean, I saw it when I was younger, and it's just like it's you can imagine it being funny back then, and like your grandfather's laughing at it.
I've never seen it before.
It's very it's so slapsticky. I mean, it's very it's. I mean, you can see how it was funny and groundbreaking at the time, but I mean, now we've come so far, and it's really just. I mean, in a sense, I don't think PC being it's not really restricting humor. I mean, I think in some senses, some crowds can be, you know, switched off and turned off by some offensive things. But I mean, in the most cases, it's all about you and how you present it. I mean, like nobody's trying to be funny off hateful material, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, you'd see some stuff with like Dice Man and stuff back in the day that was like really kind of like
misogynistic,
edgy,
yeah.
And you know, people kind of were like, "Oh, that's funny," because you know, sometimes I think that, but you know, we're not allowed to talk about it. But definitely, it's totally different now, and it's just a different style, and it's growing, and it's definitely better, I think, in every way.
Yeah. We've got Ralph Anthony with us, you guys.
Yo. Is this me?
Yeah.
Nice. That's what's up. Yeah, I feel like fucking king of the castle up here.
I know, I like that spot up there, right? I feel like you're DJing, right? You got the ones and twos right there.
Ones and twos, DJ Chicka Chicka.
So we were just to kind of like loop you in. We were kind of talking about whether or not we think PC culture is affecting comedy.
Oh my God, it's horrible. Yeah. Yo, and this is the worst part is that the comics are the ones policing everybody. It's fucking brutal, man. Yeah, sit back, relax, chill the fuck out. They're only words.
Right.
Literally, they're only words. That's it. And
So,
everybody else thinks it. We're just the ones who are saying it.
So like, do you have an example of like when you felt like other comics were like trying to politically police you?
Yeah, I do a bit about like smoking weed publicly. Like I do a whole joke about. Yeah, well, I joke around about it because like I'm white. And
I'm sensitive to this
smoke
subject.
Weed wherever I want. Like,
Yeah, but like, no, bro, I can't do it.
Exactly.
I leave my weed at home just so I won't get tempted. Like, dead serious.
Yeah, I got high walking past a fucking cop driving down Maiden Lane on my way here.
Wow.
Like packing up my one hitter. And nothing happened.
Yeah, I got weed in my backpack, guys.
See, that's another reason. Like, I feel like I would have like weed in my backpack, and
cool?
all of a sudden it would be the one day.
I mean,
like,
you can't in here, but outside you can do whatever you want.
Yes, because he's white.
I mean, shit, dude. Like, you'll say a joke and you know it's funny. You have people in the back laughing, but you'll have 3 comics, probably from Bushwick, that are just sitting back, arms crossed, looking at you like you're the biggest piece of shit. And it's like, yo, I didn't make the rules. Like, I just found the fucking loophole, man. Like, don't be mad.
Yeah, I've had people yell at me and stuff too, like, you misogynist asshole, and I'm like, no, like some lady got up to leave.
Gordy.
You know, not.
She walked out on your set.
She walked out, yeah. And I was like, I forgot what I was saying. It was like a couple years ago, and then I go, I'm like, oh yeah, she's going to meet me in the bathroom, and then like, but everybody like kind of, it was funny like in the context, and then some guy came up to me after and was like, hey, you're like misogynistic piece of crap. Like, if you ever come into my mic, you're not getting on. And I was like, never come to your mic.
Okay.
Anyways, man. And I didn't even think I said, I was like, was this your girlfriend? And he's like, no, I don't even know her. I'm like, well, what the hell? I don't know. In my mind, I didn't say any, I know what is offensive. And, you know, when you say it, you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, crap. Am I allowed?
No, yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can say,
yeah.
you can say whatever you want.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys, but after shows, I usually just get blowjobs. So I don't know what you guys are doing wrong. That's,
So, why do you think I bring the weed?
Right, well, that's usually my like pre-show ritual. Get me ready.
like, guys, I'm just gonna lean against this wall and relax for a while.
Right.
The most chill you ever were on stage. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yes.
That was
Right.
like my first thing that I copied off someone was like that stance. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool stance. So relaxed up there, you know, the like leaning up on the.
When you like put your hand against the wall.
Yeah, look all
Yeah.
casual, you know.
Very casually uncasual. Yeah.
It's like I am pushing all of my anxiety against this
Over
wall
here.
right now.
Yeah.
It's like you could like literally. So it's like, oh, they're gonna push through it. They're pushing through
It's
it.
really try and stand up through it.
I don't know. I always feel like those are the worst. Like the ones that are pushing up against the wall, or like the ones that stand there and they're like this and
Oh,
they're
that's
just talking
rough.
into
Oh,
the.
I always gotta
arms
fight
crossed.
fight the
arms
folded.
crossed, the
Yeah,
arms-
Yeah.
arms
I just
fold.
wanna like, but I feel like that's when you're battling an audience a little bit, or like maybe your joke isn't working quite right. Like when you feel your arms want to go across.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
like
gotta-
you're closing yourself off
exactly
to them.
like yeah. But
Do you use the mic stand a lot?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
Yeah,
never.
because I always like I literally walk up there, take the mic stand, and put it over here.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
not
I'll lean
using
on
it.
that like a motherfucker.
No, I throw that thing away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I try to move it away. I don't know. I feel like when I'm instead of like doing the arms cross, I feel like my legs cross. It's like I'm hiding my genitals.
You
like-
do cross your
I know,
legs.
like-
You're like, no, stay away from this badge.
It's
Trying to
like
block
no
you, Gordy.
snatch for you. Like,
So you get to that one joke and you're like, ooh, snatch for you.
snatch for everybody.
You get a snatch and you get a snatch.
And you get a snatch. So, Rodney, how was your week?
My week was good. You know, I just worked the 9 to 5. I got a new job. So, like, I started there, you know, making some money. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And then this morning, speaking of blowjobs,
Okay.
I like met up with this Sri Lankan guy that like I usually, you know, I blow him. It's like usually nice. But like he wanted to try something different. He was like, "Let me fuck your throat." And I was like, "All right, great." So like we get on the bed, he starts fucking my throat, and then all of a sudden he reset one like spot like at the back of my throat, and then I just throw up coffee everywhere. Morning
God.
Dunkin' Donuts all over him, all over my chest. It was not cute.
Take that
But he decided to like he decided to still keep going. Like he like I got, you know, cleaned up and he cleaned himself up and I was like,
Yeah, that's
all
something
right.
to stop.
He's like, no, I gotta get this nut out. The first time you did coke, Rima. Whoa.
You blew a guy and then
You
threw
blew
up?
a guy and then threw up. I'm just saying, does that like stop you guys? Would you guys like a girl blows up, throws up like, you know?
Oh, I'm down with whatever she's down with. But I would like,
Fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, keep it going. We're all thinking with the
yeah,
wrong
like
head.
that'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, but this just isn't romantic anymore. Like, blow out those candles. We don't do
Right?
this.
Turn that Kenny G off.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
There is no cab fare.
I would definitely excuse myself.
Marissa, you're out if that happens.
I'm out. It's like I gotta go take a shower. Like I need, like there's other things I need to be doing in my life right now. It's like,
Yeah,
like,
I kind of thought about it while I was doing it. Like, well, damn, I'm not into this that much anymore.
yeah, it's like,
Because I just threw up.
and especially like when you smell throw up, you just keep thinking of throw up, and like the last thing I want to be doing is sucking a
Oh.
dick when I'm thinking of throw up. Like, I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, well, you know, like when you have like say like too much tequila or something, and then you throw up. Like we had a really bad night, and then like,
Oh,
you never want
God.
tequila again. Like,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
off dick now? Like, is that like?
Oh, no, it'd take a lot more than that to get me off dick, okay?
It's like, oof, I just think about that morning.
I don't
Not
know
at
if
all.
I'd be off dick, but I'd be off whatever I threw up on the dick.
Oh, right.
You know what I
I
mean?
can't quit coffee, though. Sorry. It's like a need. But I will probably think about that tomorrow when I get my coffee.
Yeah.
Or the
So-
next
Emotional
time you suck
recall.
a dick.
Uh,
Maybe.
Right, yeah.
so, Ralph, how was your week?
My week was all right, man. You know, just fucking kind of hung out. Wasn't feeling too hot in the beginning, so just chilled out and got high. Watched Walking Dead.
Okay, cool.
Nothing too crazy.
I
Did a
stopped
couple
watching
spots
The
and-
Walking Dead.
Me too. Yeah.
Like after like season 3 or 4, like it got
very
kind of weird.
soap opera.
Yeah,
but I
it's
got into
getting-
really the talking. I mean the
Talking
Fear
Dead?
the Walking
yeah,
Dead.
Yeah.
The new one.
Okay.
I was like binge watching that the other day.
I'm trying to check that one out.
It's good.
This is like, Gordy, you said it. It's turning into a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's getting like real
Real
emotional
quick.
and shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Carl, man. Take that goddamn fucking
I wish somebody
cap
would
off.
kill
I'm gonna
Carl.
Beat the shit out of Carl.
I want Carl's dad to shoot Carl.
I
Seriously.
don't even know
Yeah.
anything about it.
Well, I got real disappointed because I ate. I had a couple leftover weed gummies, so I ate a weed gummy on Tuesday night. Like, wasn't feeling good. Didn't want to do any spots, and figured, let me eat this, get some takeout, and watch Walking Dead. And turned out to watching a fucking soap opera. You're like, this is the worst high ever.
Right. It's all quiet
horrible.
too.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
too much
haven't-
emotions.
Oh, you've never seen it before?
No, I can't watch zombies.
I mean, well, see, that's the whole thing. Like, it's zombies, but like the zombies are not really scary.
It's them against
Like-
each
I don't
other.
know.
It's
Yeah.
Like I could watch True Blood, but that's like extent because I
I
can't.
feel like True Blood is scarier than The
Is
Walking
it?
Dead. You guys watch True
I never
Blood?
watched True Blood.
Yeah, I heard vampires and I went running. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, because True Blood had vampires, and the vampires
Yeah,
were
yeah.
actually kind of scary.
Vampires are dope.
Yeah, they were
I like
very
True
dope.
Blood.
They were
I like that redhead that was on
yeah,
it. Yo,
they were
the
moving so
Jessica
fucking
chick.
fast too. It's like, yeah. Now, have you seen the show before?
Is that on HBO?
It was on HBO.
Okay,
yeah.
so that was like it was before it predated me getting HBO. So like yeah, so I was like I have no interest in it, and then I lucked into a friend's password, and then now it's So I might end up watching it later, but yeah.
No, it's really good. Like the premise is like vampires are real, but there's like a blood substitute on the market called True Blood that they can like buy. But like you can go to like a vampire like bar and like suck a vampire's blood and get you like super high. Yeah.
Nice.
Like nice. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
it's
Best
like
drug
vampire's
dealer
blood
ever.
is like meth.
It is.
Oh,
Like
okay.
literally one of the characters' brothers like took like a vampire down in the basement and like tied him up with silver and was just like sucking on him with his girlfriend.
No, wow.
Yeah. He was all
Let's
hopped up
kidnap
on
that vampire. Getting up on that V.
Getting up on that
We got
V.
how much of this copper wire for some of that vampire blood? man?
Right?
So, Ralph, do you find any words triggering?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, anything could be. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of trigger words, man. Maybe like anytime you say anything about like shaming, I think shame and shaming are trigger words. You make fun of like you can't make fun of fat people and say
Fat shaming.
Fat shaming. So shame. Anytime you see shaming, I think shaming. Anything about race, black, white, brown, Asian. Anytime that comes up, those are all triggers. I don't know. I think those are.
For me, Trump is a trigger.
Trump is definitely yeah.
Yeah.
It shrivels your vagina.
What's your stance look like then?
I'm a little in the dark here with triggers. I'm going. I've heard it being bounced around, but can somebody break it down a little for me here? Is it like it makes you feel uncomfortable or it triggers emotions? What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
basically have the
actually
gist
it.
of it.
Yeah.
So it's like you say a word, and then that word gives people an uncomfortable feeling, makes them feel like they're in an unsafe space that is traumatizing, or it makes them relive a trauma that they had.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the root of it comes from like PTSD, like
Yeah.
psychology, where like a trigger it triggers like the trauma to you again. But I think it's so clearly it's being overused. If like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like if you go straight to that, like.
The
it's
root
like,
of it.
Yeah, if you say fat and then I go like
I feel triggered.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm back in that place.
Triggered.
I'm in that locker again, or whatever.
Oh,
like, that's
damn.
not. I don't think it's. I mean, like, so I think if you think about it, like the root of it's like you're like, is my reaction the same as that? Like, but I also like I said, like, if you can go, it's what you do. Like as a comic, you can do whatever you want, and like I'm a firm believer of that. But like. it's also like if you have a bad reaction to something you said, you're like, you also have to live with that too and go, okay, well, I guess I have to change what I'm doing, you know, like, so like, I think that's, it's all good. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Personally.
I was small penis shamed earlier this summer. I was tubing.
Your boyfriend didn't throw up on you? Never threw up once.
Tubing and my bathing suit fell off. Yeah, and I was getting back on the boat. I was trying to hide it, and Mom snapped a picture of me, and it caught a glimpse of my dick. And it was
What?
bad. It was all blue. It was all flushed and blue. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
You have a
But
blue-
yeah,
you have a
it
blue
was
dick?
terrible. Yeah, I know. I got a look
Sound-
at it. It was terrible.
your mom's
Yeah.
rude.
No, it was
okay.
my mom. No.
Somebody else's mom.
Yeah.
Someone else's mom
Oh,
took
yeah,
a picture
yeah.
of it.
It was some chicks' mom. There was hot girls on the boat. It was terrible. Horrible.
Should have told
And
her
she was
you
just
were a
showing the
grower.
It was,
picture
yeah,
around
it was like
everybody?
the least attractive penis.
Well, you should have told him Dr. Manhattan also has a blue penis.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like a dead guy.
That would have stopped him for sure. nothing stops some bully like telling about your favorite comic book character.
He had a huge blue penis. The
It
biggest.
was. Yeah, it was not good.
Sorry.
Not a
Yeah.
good day.
I don't. Do you feel like
Damn.
people? Are like, I don't.
Wait, I'm
don't know.
sorry. I couldn't help it. I was just I had a visual of your little small penis coming out the water.
Little baby blue dick.
Blue.
Little blue penis. Right, it was blue. Baby blue dick.
That was
Baby blue
fucked
dick.
up, Rob.
Wow.
You fucking that's a trigger for me. All right, fuck.
Listen, this is not a safe space.
Now we talk about
It's
trigger.
Max
This
is
ain't a
dying.
safe
This is
space,
not
Leia.
a safe place. Okay.
I love that you literally
Welcome
just said
to
like,
the
yeah, I got
Terror
really
Dome.
ashamed about this, and then everybody's just making
We
fun
just
of you now.
right down.
Now, or just or
Like,
laughing
yeah,
at
what
least.
is this?
Right. So now you know what a trigger is.
You see,
You're no
you have to
longer
give an
Gordy.
We give you a great example.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I'm gonna do that from now on.
You
If
color
a
this
comic,
camera?
if a comic at a show starts talking about like small penises, I'm just gonna be like, get up in a huff and like,
Trigger.
Gordy, you should be Papa Smurf for Halloween just for that
Oh.
story.
Yeah, and leave my fly open.
That's it.
Will you be my, what was the chick Smurf?
I'm a cold baby. See,
Skanky Smurf.
Smurf?
Skanky Smurf.
Skanky Smurf. Oh, slut shaming.
Yeah.
Fat.
There's another one.
Smurfette, all right.
no, skanky Smurf. It's a Smurf, but your bottoms don't quite fit.
Literally.
It's like your
I mean,
seams are
come on now.
busting
She was like the only female
You're like
in
that.
the world of Smurfs.
Wow.
She's getting a lot of blue dick.
A lot of baby blue dick.
I'd be like Gargamel.
Oh, goodness.
What if Gargamel was just trying to get it Smurf, catch one, so he could fuck one? I don't know. That-
Sounds like a rapist.
yeah, he looked like one though.
Must be an improver.
There you go.
So, back to trigger words.
Do you have any trigger words besides Trump?
Oh, look, she almost like had a reaction right there.
Like-
See, she flinched. Like,
Nobody better grab my pussy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that I do, but like, I don't necessarily know that, like, shaming, for instance. I don't know that I'm a proponent of like shaming. Like, I don't know that I believe in it or that, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, like you can't shame people, and I think that's bullshit because our whole society is based on shaming. Like, religion is based on shaming. Like, our puritanical culture and society is based on shaming. So like, people just don't want to get called out for doing things that they want to do, which is fine. But like, if you don't want to be fat shamed and you don't like people saying that you're fat, then do your best not to be. If you don't want to be slut shamed, then either don't be a slut or
don't tell people
care
about it.
that you're a slut.
Be a
Like,
slut
you
on the
know?
low.
Like,
That's what I do.
I agree. Yeah.
it's just like I don't know, like I don't know that, like, and especially like kind of feel like slut shaming is taking over feminism, and I don't really believe in it. And so like I feel like that's like anti-bullying. I don't feel like that's a part of feminism. Like, feminism is like you want equal pay, like you know, like you want health care, you don't want the government deciding whether or not you can have abortions or if your job to describe whether or not you can get like contraceptive, but like someone like stop fucking asshole dudes that call you a slut. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been called a slut. I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not the fucking Virgin Mary, but I also don't fuck dudes that call me a slut, so I don't understand slut shaming.
You're not into that.
But, you know, it's like...
Or you're not trying hard enough, and you got to get
know,
yourself
like,
out there.
You know, do I really need to put my vagina out there more? There's like so many villages in India and in Australia that don't have a vajayjay to share. And
some villages with just one Smurfette, and
you
it's
know,
like
and I need to stop, you know, closing myself off to possibilities.
No.
But like I don't get it. So I don't know. And
well, slut is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just depends on who's calling who what. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl call me a slut once, and I was like, I've dated like 3 people this year or whatever. She's like, yeah, that's what you're really getting at. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I was like,
right.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, I'm dying. I'm dying here. Like, no, but yeah, like, so it, you know, like, so yeah. Like I said, so it's all in the eye of the beholder, like who's calling who what, and
yeah, because like I definitely like my ex-boyfriend, he had only been with like 3 people. I was number 3, and so like, and he was like in his like late 20s, and so I was just like,
wait, that was a detail I didn't know about, like your ex-boyfriend. The December the one that he's not, he now
3.
likes to walk guys on leashes. That's what he does.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
now
what about leashes?
He walks guys on leashes down the street.
Is there an app for that?
Yeah.
No, I saw something about that a year ago, and it's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
no, like he did this for a skit, but like,
because he's a comedian.
Oh,
this
I
was
thought you
an
meant for a
actual
job.
thing. Like
Yeah, yeah.
people
I thought it was like a wag.
No, that's
app.
like an actual thing.
Yeah, people
like I can hire
walking.
somebody to walk me.
Yeah.
No,
I swear to God.
Shit, in New York.
Yeah,
what
I'm
if you
not
saw
even kidding
someone-
you.
can we have a fact check on that? People
Saw it on
walking.
Facebook.
yeah. How much
What
does
if
it
you like
cost?
So
bump
it's
into
official.
someone you know while you're
And how
walking,
much are they
bro?
paying? Because I will walk a motherfucker on
Yeah.
a leash happily if you're gonna pay me to do it.
I mean, yeah, it depends on. But like, do I have to pick up their poo?
Some like
Oh.
Wall Street
Ooh.
dude. That'd be great.
Right.
Yes.
But if I gotta pick up shit, I don't know.
Yeah, like, am I gonna have to pick up poo? Like, I don't know if I can pick up poo.
Dog shit's one thing. Human shit's that's a whole nother fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how much are they paying though? Because I pick,
Yeah,
up,
right?
I pick
There
up
you
my
go.
dog shit all the time. Nobody pays me to do that. I just have to do it.
He pays you with love.
Yeah.
Like, ask a CNA. Right now, there's like a CNA listening to this, just being like, yeah, I pick up human shit all the time. Are you kidding me? Like,
Oh,
this probably
that's-
pays way more than that. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. So Gordon, have you ever like run into like ex-girlfriends while you're doing comedy or barking?
Yeah, I have definitely seen some people I've known. The other day, I saw a family friend of mine while I was doing comedy. Probably the worst experience I've ever had, though. It was I broke up with my girlfriend probably like 9 months ago, and it was like right after we broke. It was maybe 2 months after we broke up, and I was just barking for this show, and I was on a corner, and I was giving out flyers, and she walks up with her new boyfriend.
Ooh.
Sees me, yeah, Gordy, oh my God, is that you? And I'm like, oh my, you know, it's in the back of your mind whenever you're doing that, like you're at the lowest of low, and you're like, fuck, if anybody sees me, like I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm just holding these flyers for a friend, you know, he said he'd be back any minute now. You know? I don't know what it is. It's a comedy show? Did you? And it was like, I couldn't even hide it. I was like, yeah, you guys want to come see a comedy show? Oh, they're like, Gordy? Oh my God. It's my old boyfriend. It was it was fucking.
Oh,
the worst.
she introduces the old boyfriend in front of the new
I was like,
boyfriend.
oh.
Rude.
You're like, oh, you're doing so well. Oh my God.
I would have been like, is that you? I've been like, no, and then thrown all the flyers in their face. Right?
Right. That was the other shady one. Is that you? Bitch, you know it's me. You see my little blue dick.
Yo, what she saw it. She saw it. It was looking a little better.
It was a red dick then.
That's what they call herpes.
Bad for that. Yeah,
That's what they call herpes.
If your blue dick turns red, call the doctor.
No, but yeah, I
Or it's
walked
like a
back
mood ring.
over to the producer. He's like, "What's
Okay,
up?"
so we got some information about.
I'm done, man. I'm done. I just saw my girlfriend. He's like, "Yeah, you're done."
All right.
Rima's got information
People
about.
walking.
There's actually a company called thepeoplewalker.com.
Say.
ThePeopleWalker.com.
Yeah.
Created by an unemployed actor,
Surprise.
and no, I'm not.
Right? Shocker.
So a waiter.
You're bored, and the thesis is to just walk people around. They don't show a price list, but you have to email them.
Okay.
Ooh, it's all private.
That means
All
if
right.
you
That
have
was,
to
I bet you that
ask,
was the guy that
You
I
can't
saw.
afford
you
it.
fucking
Yeah.
can't afford
It's a chubby.
it.
It was a chubby white guy that was doing the interview.
There's like one old
Gordy.
chubby white guy, but they're in Los Angeles.
Oh, they're in LA.
In Los Angeles, but they're trying to do like an Uber style app.
Mm,
Hire
like
somebody to
WAG.
go with you. It's like therapist. I think I'm gonna just do it too.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Let me know what they talk about, Rima.
Yeah.
It's a new venture right there.
So
No.
that's what we're calling walking these days.
Right.
So if they're gonna walk people, can they walk dogs at the same time?
Oh.
Multitasking. Yeah. Goals.
Oh, dude,
You know, you gotta
that
have
guy
like a
would love
platinum
that.
card for that. Guy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like they like, oh, I'm one of the dogs. I'm like, I'm in here.
He's the
you
head
know.
of the pack.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Leader of the back.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Are they clothed? They have to be, right?
They're closed.
All right.
What?
Like, is it supposed
Clothes.
to be
I don't
a
know, maybe they're
sexual thing,
naked.
or is this
It's
supposed?
not. It's just like, all right, because you got me yelling.
Move over, blue dick.
Baby Blue, excuse me.
Yo, move over, B squared.
Baby Blue.
We
Baby
got
Blue.
Rima on the mic.
Radio Rima's on the mic. Hello to everyone at Big Talk and Brewskies Land. And Marissa, hi.
Hi, Rima.
All right, so it's like I guess like any other thing where you escort a person, you know, it's a companionship
Are
service.
we saying escort or escort?
all of that shit and above. So it's like as I'm reading, I'm noticing. So I would figure it's like any other companionship. You pay for it, and they'll come.
Right.
However,
That costs more.
right. You know, the extra ending when you get home. Not like, no, you pay for somebody to stand next to you and walk with you, talk with you. But it reminds me of King of Queens. Anyone watch King of Queens, where
Yeah.
the father had a walker? So
Okay.
she used to come over and she used to walk the father as if she was walking dogs. She was hired to get him out the house. So I guess people need to start
Oh.
hiring these people walkers.
Why don't they just get a dog and then they have to leave the house?
Because I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm out of here.
Thank you,
That was
Rima.
you, Rima, on a fact check.
Yeah.
So okay, so apparently
world,
you
yeah.
can walk people,
Yeah.
and if you're planning on starting a chapter, there it seems not to be one in New York. So all of you are therapy people. You've got a new idea now.
Yeah.
So Ralph,
Yo.
what are your thoughts on Trump?
Oh, he's fucking great. In like the worst way possible. It's like watching the world's worst comic book character.
Yeah.
He's a fucking joke. Yeah, live.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agent Orange.
Yeah, Agent Orange for sure. It's like
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't take him seriously.
How can you?
Like in my adult life, the only president that I ever took seriously was Obama. You know, I mean, George Bush was a joke,
yeah.
and
I liked
and
Clinton
Trump. Well,
until
Yeah,
you know.
Slick Willie.
Yeah, he was
Willie.
really slick, right?
I do.
I mean, Trump to me is middle America on steroids.
Yeah.
You know, he's like middle America. He's like the South on steroids. Anything that he says publicly is talked behind closed doors down there. You know, people aren't as open about it. I think he just makes it more vocal, and nobody else, like in urban areas like Chicago, New York, LA, we can't comprehend it because we're so open. We're all around every race, every nationality. We just accept it, but we don't realize in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yep.
they don't like Jewish people. They don't like black people. Like they got problems with every one of us.
Yep.
You know,
It's just
and
white people.
He's talking a lot of riddles.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a lot of circle talk.
Riddles for retards. That's his new charity.
Riddles for Baron?
What's up? Oh, Baron.
Oh,
Baron loves to read, but there's not enough pop-up books out there.
Just as long as his shoes have the Velcro. But I don't know. It's like I would like to not take him seriously, except for the fact that he has control of nuclear weapons.
I was gonna say. I'm like,
That's when I'm just
It's-
like,
yeah.
But I feel like they say that he does, but I don't feel like he doesn't have as much power as he thinks. You know, I really think that
I just hope that they put the wrong
Pence
numbers
is the
in
one
box.
there with his hand up Trump's ass.
I don't think he is, though, because he keeps throwing Pence under the bus. Like, every time something regarding Russia, Pence is like, oh, I never heard of it. And then, like, 2 minutes later, they're just like, oh, yeah, I was talking to Pence, and we decided that we were going to do this. And Pence is like, well, I stand by the president. Like, I don't know. I think if anybody has their hand up his ass, it's Ivanka. But...
Ooh.
not anymore. I love all those like footage of her like swamp
Slapping his
No,
hand
that's
away like.
Melania.
Oh, Melania's
That's
one thing.
Melania.
No, Ivanka still.
Oh, shit.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Trump
His
has
daughter.
a lot of-
His daughter,
Yeah,
right.
that was his daughter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, they're like sister wives.
Pretty much.
But
Are they like the same age?
it's probably like a 2-year difference. Melania's 2 years younger. But no, but like I'm worried about that, especially like how do you go in the UN whose sole purpose is global peace and be like, we're gonna annihilate North Korea, we're gonna destroy everyone, and it's just like
Right, like you're at the UN.
you just said you were gonna kill babies in front of a global
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. How bad is it when you know that people take the Kim Jong-un more seriously than they take Trump? Like,
Right.
yeah, I mean it's crazy, and then he's just like, oh well, you know, your dotard of a president is being very mentally unstable, and it's just like, oh, so the crazy one thinks that our crazy is more crazy than him.
Don't you love it when you learn a new word that
Yeah.
means something? You're like, oh, that's great. So
Yeah, like,
there's
oh,
one
you're-
word for that. Like,
You're a dotard.
yeah, like senile old man, which is like great. You're like, oh, there's one word for that. You know?
Yeah.
Just like when you're like, oh, you know, like to throw something out of a window is like to defenestrate it. You're like, oh, that's great. What a
Yeah.
wonderful word. Like it's
Yeah.
just,
How can I use that today?
Oh my
I've never
god,
heard that.
Yeah.
That's a
Alright.
new word to me.
My-
use it in a
Speaking
sentence.
of Kim Jong, I know they can't see it on radio. Do you? Someone
Well,
told
you
me
got cameras.
I look like I got a haircut like Kim Jong Un.
No.
If I had Dougie's
I-
penis,
I also-
Baby
you
Blue,
might have
calm
his
down.
bangs,
I also
but
heard
definitely
Dumb
don't
and
the
the two main characters at Dumb and Dumber. That's the one.
I could
Yeah,
No,
you look
like
like,
the
you look
Jeff-
like Jeff Daniels if he let
the
himself
Jeff
go.
Daniels
Absolutely.
hair, yeah.
Yeah, this guy really screwed me the other day. Anyways,
You should invest in a hat.
yeah, I know. I've got a few.
Because you're not
Well,
going to go
yeah,
back.
you
Give it
know,
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he said it'd grow out. You know.
You're either gonna have to let it grow out or cut it shorter.
Did
but
you-
I wouldn't
did you
go back
pay
to
him
the same
do that
guy.
to you?
I did, yeah. You know,
How
yeah.
much?
It was, you know, he's usually a good guy. He's a Vietnamese guy. If you know,
I've never heard of a good Vietnamese
his
barber.
name is Ha. Actually. Yeah.
That's what he said to you.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
know.
haircut now.
I know. I should have known, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I look like Amy Schumer. All right. Fuck.
With a blue penis.
The blue dick.
Baby blue
B
dick.
squared.
Well, great. Now that's in my search history for sure.
Yeah, it looked like a dead guy's dick. Like he just
Yeah.
cut it off and
Wait,
reattached
Amy
it.
Schumer's vagina.
Great. Now
Baby.
that's gonna be in my search history too.
All right, sorry.
Baby blue is the Moby Dick of dicks. So, if we're going back to being like triggered and like dotard, like I saw a post that someone was upset that they called Trump a fucktard, and they.
Probably
Like,
they were
Sorry,
giving
just
him-
like as a member of the fucktard community, my father was a fucktard.
My granddaddy was a fucktard.
How
My
dare
daddy's
you.
daddy before that
I'm
was
sorry,
a
it's just-
fucktard.
And my baby's a fucktards too.
And they called them out for being for a fucktard being an ableist slur. And like
What?
nobody even uses fucktard as like a synonym for the R word. Like
No,
nobody.
it's not.
It's like douchebag or like know, idiot or scumbag or
Right.
asshole, fuckboy, but never the
fucktard.
Yeah.
Fucktard.
Are they just getting mad at the tard, or are they getting mad at associating Donald Trump with retarded people? Because I mean, that might offend retarded people.
But no,
you
the
know, you never
fucktard is
know.
like-
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's not
Or
describing a
mentally
real
handicapped people.
thing.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But
But like when we go back to like the dotard, like so that is like an actual like suffix for real words.
apparently it was in a Shakespeare play, and I never picked that up. That would I would have not that pop out at me in English class.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this
Yeah.
dotard.
My mom was an English teacher, and I never heard of that.
Right? It's fantastic.
But like it's like a valid suffix. But like they were really upset, and I'm just like okay, have we like really gotten to the point where like we're afraid of offending fucktards now? Like,
Well, I have a similar story, actually. I said someone gave me a tequila shot, a Hispanic guy. Gave my friend a tequila
Some
shot.
fucktard.
Some fucktard? No. It was a Hispanic guy, and he was, and I was like, yeah, we were all cheersing, and we did the shot, and I was like, yeah, Mexican water, right? And they like got really offended at me. I thought
The big Corona drinkers.
yeah, I was like, well, I don't know. I feel like if I'm Irish, if
Were they
someone-
Puerto
wait.
Rican?
No,
Were they mad that you insulted the tequila or the water?
It was good tequila, but they're like, if I did some Jameson with someone, they're like Irish water. I wouldn't get pissed off. I just
But
think
where
it's
it's
like
like the-
hypersensitive
tongue.
at
were
some
like this,
point.
were the Latinos upset with you? Or?
Yes. Oh, very. Yeah, they're like, oh, you need to lose that word from your vocabulary, Holmes. I was like, I'm sorry.
I feel like that's
Is
more
it?
offensive. Your impression is very insensitive.
That was awesome.
I'm feeling triggered,
Going
baby
back
blue.
to the Vato Ohms.
Better get in your lowrider.
Oh gosh.
During your explanation.
Back to your lowrider, baby blue.
Well,
I don't know, because like I've had a shot called a Screaming Mexican, and it's like tequila with Tabasco sauce.
Yeah,
And
I've heard
so
of that.
like,
See?
but like that's like the name of the shot. So like, I don't
Tabasco's
know.
not even that hot. Like that's not even an accurate name for the drink. Like
Yeah, it should be like a mildly uncomfortable Mexican,
Right.
but
Or
like,
like, a screaming
the tangy Mexican. It's like-
but like that's what is Mexican's not offensive though, right? Is it maybe?
I don't know.
No, actually, for Latin people that like
that
are not Mexican,
Latino?
if you call them Mexican, they do get offended. If you're Puerto Rican, if you're Dominican,
yeah,
and I call you Mexican,
sure.
they get mad.
I mean, I think if you're mixing up Mexicans and Dominicans, you have some bigger issues to address. I mean, personally, I don't know.
No, yeah. I actually found out they're Hawaiian. Yeah, so yeah. I sent him some Hawaiian punch. Yeah, I didn't do that. But yeah, and it was weird though. I just thought it was a little. They were like people are a little hypersensitive to things. To be like,
Wait, these are just random people you were taking shots with?
No, they're with my friend, and then I met them that night, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, guys," and they got really pissed off, like really upset.
I call vomit throw up or blowjob juice. So that's just what I. You guys were here before. There was a story that ties into.
Rodney threw up on a penis.
I know.
Otherwise, it's just weird. Yeah.
As someone who vomits, I'm offended.
Oh, I just got triggered.
You'll be okay. Gordon, have you ever gone to military school?
Well, yeah, so I mentioned I said something to you the other night. I got sent off, to military school for about 2 years.
Oh,
it
wow.
was terrible experience.
Sent off? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck did you do?
Oh, that's a whole nother radio
Having
section.
a blue
That's
tick.
another
Exposed his
hour.
blue
So.
penis.
Yeah, it was a blue penis. They're like, no, you gotta go. Gotta
you
go to the
blue dick
Navy with that
motherfuckers.
blue fucking dick. All
That's
right.
right.
Your
In the
parents like,
Navy.
get the fuck out of here.
You and your blue
We did
dick.
not do
And your blue dick.
We did not raise you to have a blue dick. All right.
We're a
This is
family
a
of red
pink
dick fucktards.
Right? I knew when that blue dick came out. I was like, oh no.
I knew we wasn't related.
It's like, it's not even my kid with that blue dick. My dick's not blue.
You come back when your dick is purple or better.
Magenta.
You need to learn, young man.
I think I
You
know what
gonna
this
learn today.
blue dick.
blue dick.
No, I went. It was a pretty intense experience. I don't know. It was like everything you did there. Everybody would tell on you for, and everybody would kind of always be looking to get you in trouble. I don't know. It was a good experience though.
Yeah.
I mean, just wake up every morning and do like workouts until you like puke and stuff. It was intense.
Where was it?
It was in between. Sometimes we were in Maine, and sometimes most of the time we were in Connecticut. I slept in an igloo for a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was terrible. Yeah.
Did you meet an Eskimo?
I did.
Give some Eskimo.
They never
love
came
him?
home.
in Maine.
Came home. Were you squatting in an igloo? With your blue dick?
Tell my wife my dick is
Visual.
blue.
That's how
Frostbite.
That's really what it is. It's frostbite.
That's how cold it was. And
In
that
case of
igloo.
emergency, your blue dick will turn green.
Now my dick is baby
No,
blue.
it's blue. It has blue tint to it for the rest of my life.
So like, did you do something bad enough that warranted you to go to military school?
It was a couple things. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Wow.
gonna be good. Yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So he knocked up a Mexican. Go on.
No, it was like a series of events with a group of my friends, and one of my other friends actually got sent out. I hadn't seen him for a year, and they tried to get us both away from each other. And then the first day of this, beginning intervention course, we met each other in the parking lot, and our parents were like, "Oh no, you guys are here to change, all right?" Like they didn't know that they were sending us to the same school in an attempt to like get us away
Separate.
from each other. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what did you do?
Right.
Yeah,
Dude,
we want to.
I'm
Come on,
walking
man.
around this question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump right
I
in.
You
burned
can't
down
just
church.
drop a bomb
Come
like,
on,
oh
baby
yeah,
blue, jump
I got
right
sent
in.
away to military school.
I burned
Without
down a couple
everybody
of
going,
churches.
what the fuck did you
No,
do?
yeah, we were young, and we
You fucked a cow.
no, we
got
didn't
caught.
fuck
You
cow.
fucked a Smurf.
It was more of like we were just out at night, and we had like broken a couple windows and gotten into some.
Broken windows.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Where was
like
this
stole
at?
a bunch of cartons of cigarettes and
Oh, so you robbed the
lottery
convenience
tickets.
store.
That's exactly. That's what it was.
A guy was carrying him home.
Yeah. Gordy stole some
Okay.
Virginia Slims.
Yeah, no, we had Virginia Slims. There was a while where when we ran out, Virginia Slims,
Misty 1000s.
Oh my God.
Merits,
Bunch of old
Marlboro
old upset
Ultralights. Yeah, no, yeah. But
The longer the cigarette, the more classy.
grandmas. And the angrier the older white woman smoking it.
A 4 foot long white stick. You're just. You need a friend to light it for you.
yeah, dude, bam, Mr. President. No, yeah, but it was and then we did that, and then some like drugs and stuff.
What kind
like
of drugs?
That, just mostly weed. It was never anything like just getting caught with weed in school and stuff.
But
So
you're
you get-
mainlining it.
Wait.
But I was shooting it. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So he was sent up the river for smoking and smoking. Okay.
For smoking and
Any
smoking.
robbed the convenience store.
Horrible.
No, but yeah, that's
I
it.
don't know if that's past the statute of limitations. He's
Right. It's smoking, but allegedly.
Allegedly.
How strict are your parents?
Right.
Yeah, that seems pretty. I mean,
Are they like ultra religious or something?
No,
They're Mormons.
no. So they're actually not strict. I mean, that much. They're pretty cool.
Not strict, but
that
they
doesn't
actually
sound
went
like a
through
cool
with
lady.
it.
Yeah, well, like so, my older sister. They went through a lot of shit with her, and then so with me, they basically just were like, "No, we're not even gonna fuck around. Off you go, buddy, to like this shitty school, and you're gonna get your ass." They wanted. I mean, it was basically like they had enough of everything, but they were pretty. My mom's a saint. She goes to Haiti every year, and she works with kids. She's awesome. I love my mom, and they're both really nice. It's just that I was a piece of shit, So
I don't think it's that bad, bro. I mean,
well, when I was a kid, I set a kindergarten. I went to the principal's office 63 times. I mooned the teacher, yodel. There's a whole lot of shit. I was a monster.
Did you say you yodeled the teacher?
I in the intercom. I went in the principal's intercom. And yodeled.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I convinced the kid to
Good
take
for
a
you.
shit in the trash can, and it was so bad.
And you got in trouble.
I
for
got in
that?
trouble, yeah.
What are you
A
getting
lot
in
of the
trouble
time, I would
for?
have to hang out with just a gym teacher. It was so bad. I was such. And that's the same year I think they invented Ritalin. So I was on Ritalin since day one. I swear.
Is that where you were
Ritalin
mainlining?
vet
right here.
Yeah, I was their fucking guinea pig.
Now, did you snort it or just take it?
I didn't even know what it was, and I was taking it probably since first grade, man.
Fuck.
No wonder you need
No
weed.
wonder your dick is blue.
That's the side effect. That's the long-term side effect of Ritalin. Oh my god,
That's awesome. What?
Yeah, too much Adderall, man. That shit it doesn't work.
He's got that riddle dizzle.
That if
Call me Razzle Dazzle Baby Blue.
if there was any drug where it's there's a 0.5% chance it'll shrink your dick and make it blue, that drug would go off the market so fast.
It's steroids.
It would just never. No.
Right?
Yeah. No, steroids don't turn you blue.
Oh my god.
That's fucking wow.
Oh
No,
man.
but yeah, it was a good
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Talked a kid. What were the talking points in talking a kid into shitting into a trash can?
I don't know. I was a
It'll
kindergarten.
make you
So-
awesome.
Yeah, I was
dog.
dude, it'll be hilarious. I think I was
No, bro.
dude.
You know where you should go right now.
You don't want Santa to
Yeah, I
think
know
you're
you gotta
naughty,
go,
right?
You know, it'll be hilarious. It's not
Nobody's
wrong.
gonna know.
And then everybody knows, smell like a turd in a trash can in a kindergarten. Fucking that'll, there's no hiding a fucking
Anyway,
log
that
of
wasn't
trash.
your fault. That was the
It was
kid's
not,
fault.
yeah.
Now,
I don't think he was gonna go through with
If
it.
you were my kid and they called me oh yeah, what?
It's like,
Oh,
so
well.
he didn't poo
So-
in the garbage?
So he didn't poop in the
kindergarten.
garbage.
But why are you not calling
So
their
why are you not
mama?
calling their mama? Right. Thank you.
so how did this kid wipe? Did he just shit in the
He
shit
didn't
and pull
wipe.
up his pants?
Yeah.
I feel
I
bad
love
for
it.
that
He
kid.
Oh, he
should
was
be
a
the
trash
one
can in the
going
hallway.
No, it was a trash can in the actual kindergarten, in the classroom.
classroom?
You got
So you
poopy
sat in
pants
front
and
of
baby blue.
everybody?
Yeah, well, it was during playtime, and we were all in our little respective corners and stuff. And there's
Shitting in cans.
block corner, book corner, coloring corner, all this other fucking corners.
Two
and,
untamed freak kids.
and then the two
no
worst
shoes.
fucking kids. Yeah, they they're like, oh my god, smells so. I can only imagine the teacher. Jesus,
But
what
how did
the
she
fucking
not
teacher
see
was
him,
doing,
like,
right?
putting
She was
it-
Miss Littman.
She was shitting in
my
the other can.
78-year-old kindergarten teacher.
Well, that's
who
the
was
problem right there.
yeah, no,
She's
yeah,
78. She can't move fast enough to stop the chair from shitting.
No, she would have to call the coach down.
probably
She would
jealous.
chase me around the room, and I'd run away from her.
She was probably shitting herself.
She did. She quit.
Goddamn kids with your
Me?
diapers.
She
Right, that was her.
quit.
She noticed it for a day.
She goes, I thought it was me.
It's her diaper. Yeah, I know. She quit the year after, and then I saw her in Borders bookstore maybe 5 years later.
Shitting
She
in
was
a
like, "Oh,
can.
she quit Borders too." I was like, "Is Miss Littman still working?" She's like, "Oh, she quit."
Because of a
2
kid
weeks
shitting
ago.
in another can.
She's like,
Psychotic
he's
child.
back.
Yeah, holy fuck, he found me.
We're gonna have to take a quick break before we start our next segment. But before we go, you guys, where can everyone see you next? Follow you on social media. What projects are you working on? Noriko.
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Noriko_ot. Both places, Facebook, whatever, and find out what the shows I'm doing. A website, norikoot.com with no space. But yeah,
Cool.
thank you.
Ralph, what do you have going on? Where can people follow you?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Ralph the Mouth 81. I am hosting a show tonight, 10 p.m. Grizzly Pear, and I got a website, ralphthemouth.com, and then I have my debut at Yonkers Comedy Club on Sunday night.
Awesome.
So, pretty stoked.
Gordon.
Yeah, I'm at Instagram, Lord of the Gourds.
Not
At Lord of the Gourds. Yeah, either Twitter or Instagram. I got a show tonight at Broadway Comedy Club. Show tomorrow night. Broadway Comedy Club, 6 o'clock. I got a Thursday nights. Every Thursday we're doing Bomb Shelter Comedy Show. It's a new thing we're trying to do. It's been going on for about a year. Getting a lot of traction there. It's a sick show. Come out Thursday nights at the Gaff West at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's
Good spot.
Yeah, it's a good
Nice.
spot.
Yeah, fun show.
All
Yeah,
right.
we've had Ralph on a couple times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I've had all you guys on.
Yeah, I've done it too. It's
Yeah.
a fun show.
You can book me anytime you want.
All right, you guys. This is Big Talking Brewskies. I'm Marissa Smith, and we will be right back.
It's 7:30. Yeah. You see it. Look. White, where you at? You see it. Bring some pretty bitches through. Foreign got it. Baby, you the best, so don't go nowhere. I'm with my homies and we all on deck, so don't go nowhere. Put the parties at your crib, so don't go nowhere. Just stay right there, we about to pull up, so don't go nowhere. Sipping on a potion, swear I'm about to sink, pussy dripping like a faucet. You can have it all, don't matter what the cost is. Bullshit, promise I'ma kill it with a coffin. 20s, 150s in my pocket, often. Swimming in your water like the Loch Ness Monster. Let the bros hit it, that's a mosh pit, darling. I'm over behind your walls like a convict. Charge him, I'm charged up, bitch I do this often a lot. Guess it's mine, still a nigga that they talking about. Guess that's why the pussy niggas always calling me out. But like I said, niggas pussy, nothing short of me out. Your ex-name wasn't official. Hand on my pistol, hide in the clouds, 7 grand to the swisher, so we can get higher in the ozone layer. Don't go nowhere. If you got plans with a nigga, let's go. Baby, you the best, so don't go nowhere. I'm with my homies and we all on deck, so don't go nowhere. Put the parties at your crib, so don't go nowhere. Just stay right there, we about to pull up, so don't go nowhere. Got a little Mexican thing, and she about to get a ring, cause she already got the D. I'ma fulfill her fantasy, so tell them haters to get their cake up. Tell them other niggas you see them later. While they all jealous, I'm getting greater. All they can ever be is imitators, girl. Baby, you know my love is real. Them niggas talking shit, come and see it, pop me for real. I'm rolling with my homies, my niggas ready to kill. They popping up and popping up while I'm popping all these pills. Girl, this codeine got me leaning. Can you be the one to take me home? Already got another cup and I don't need it. Girl, we need time all along. Baby, you the best, so don't go nowhere. I'm with my homies and we all on deck, so don't go nowhere. Parties at your crib, so don't go nowhere. Just stay right there, we about to pull up, so don't go nowhere. Baby, just ride with me, just ride with me, just ride with me. I swear that you'll reach the sky with me. Just ride with me, just ride with me, just ride with me. I swear that you'll reach the sky with me, sky with me. Baby, you the best, so don't go nowhere. I'm with my homies and we all on deck, so don't go nowhere. Put the parties at your crib, so don't go nowhere. Just stay right there, we about to pull up, so don't go nowhere.
Yeah, big talking Brewskies. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Big talking Brewskies. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold control while we're on the air. Kicking back, having a few beers, we're chatting. Pull up your chair, we're all relaxing. Any subject, we never dismiss. Big talk and brewskis with Marissa Smith. Comedy, sex, relationships, more. Any subject, we got it in store. Big talk and brewskis is coming in live. Crack when open, Marissa has arrived. Big talk and brewskis with Marissa Smith.
Hey guys, welcome back to Big Talkin' Brewskis. I'm still Marissa Smith. I've got Rodney Daniels back with me.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday.
And we've got Jason Scoop with us.
How we doing?
And we have Linnea Wiles with us. Linnea Wiles, sorry.
okay.
We got Linnea Wiles with us. So, Linnea, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm fabulous, man.
Yeah?
I was listening to certain things you were saying earlier, like with trigger words and stuff like that. For me,
Yeah.
I learned trigger words. One of them is light skin.
Okay.
Light skin. Oh.
Yeah.
Like that's triggering for you?
Yeah, because like I hate whenever I try to. What happened? What happened?
She's like, it just very keeps popping in my
Let's just get this open.
Right.
I don't like trigger. It's all right.
So now, how is light skin a trigger word for you?
Cause I hate when people try to like tack on certain characteristics to the yeah, exactly. That happened to me today, like on Instagram, and they would talk. I forgot what the meme was, and I was like, I mean, sometimes for me, like I'll type a message, right, and sometimes I forget to hit send. It happens.
Happens all the time.
But this dude, he's like, yeah, that's that light skin shit. Why is that light skin shit? It's called being, like absent-minded.
Yeah, it's
like,
absent-minded shit. Yeah,
of every shade and color. So
yeah,
I like that.
Right, and that's always a good excuse too when you don't text somebody.
You're
back.
like the light-skinned Martin Luther King.
Exactly.
Why is it because of the color of my hue?
Exactly.
People do that. And then she's got marches and shit next week. No.
That's what I do. That is what I do.
So, Jason, do you find anything triggering?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I find anything triggering at all? No. The only thing I'll ever find triggering ever, if it ever happens, is if somebody puts me in like a box. Like in terms of like okay, so I don't know if you know, but like my mother, she's West Indian, she's from Trinidad, so she's like brown. My father's white. So if anyone's like, oh my God, so as a person of color or any, and I'm like, look, don't just I don't like when people take it upon themselves to turn me into like, I don't even want to say victim, just don't I just don't like when, like, I was in Prospect Park a couple weeks ago hanging out with Alex Carabano, who's playing soccer with this whole crew, and like, you all know about my Trump tattoo. I got a Trump tattoo as a joke, blah 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 blah. So this chick is like, well, having that tattoo as a person of color, and it's like, I don't mind person of color, but it's just like, I don't like to be different because I don't know. So just that. But that's the only thing. I don't get offended by anything else. I don't get offended by nothing offends me. Nothing.
Everybody has
Besides that, I don't like being put in a box. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, everyone has a like preconceived notion of what you're like because of what you look like.
Yeah,
Right.
which is,
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone, but certain
a lot of
people,
people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just fucking annoying. It's just fucking annoying,
People always assume that like I'm full of myself and shit because of
I mean, you
my
should be.
appearance.
You should
You
be.
say I should be?
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah, with that hair, yeah.
A lot of my downfall has been in being too fucking nice, so you might have a point. Let me style, but nah. It's annoying. Hey.
And we've got Gordon McNiff back with us.
Gordon.
Sorry.
So we were talking about like trigger words, and we know that your blue penis is triggering.
Yes.
So
Small
we-
penis is
small penises and blue
big
penises.
trigger
You almost
word for
made me
yeah.
spit out.
Oh yeah, get very uncomfortable when
What-
that kind of stuff is mentioned. So
Yeah.
I prefer if we steer clear. of
Yeah,
this
no,
topic.
we're gonna stay away from Dick Azul.
No, I'm kidding. Yes, let's talk about
yeah.
it. Let's talk about it.
We've talked about.
Do you drink a lot of beer? No, you.
Me? Yes. Why?
Do
Was
you-
that?
like IPA?
No.
Good.
Is that known to turn your dick blue?
There was an article out recently. They say like, yeah, you'll get some titties.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, gynoclimastia.
Yeah. I was thinking blue. Yeah. No.
Yeah, like you get more estrogen and everything. Don't do that. Stay away.
Oh my God, I have a
Yeah.
set about that because that happened to me. I was hooking up with this guy, and he like, we had a really good date. Then like, I brought him back over to my place, like, the second night, and then he took his shirt off and he had like full blown titties, like full blown like A cups.
Oh, word?
Like almost B. Like I was like, whoa. Like, he was giving me head and the shit was like flopping like this, like. And
like they're like swinging.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to avoid that, right? Like I don't like boobs.
Let me tell you something. I've never had anything like that, but I did go out with a chick. I met her in a dimly lit setting. We went out. It was also a dimly lit setting. The third time, dim. Fourth time, I see her. We go like canoeing or some shit. It was like, New York has like the free. You can go kayaking or whatever. So I see this chick in the sun, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like honestly, it wasn't as bad as like, oh my God, you got tits as a man, but like, this chick she looked gorgeous in the dark, but then in the sunlight, I'm like, what the fuck? But at that point, she had blown so many compliments up my ass. I'm like, she's like, I was in just such a bad place, and now I'm just like, oh my God, I found somebody who. You gotta watch out for that.
Right.
You go on a date or two, and they're like, oh my God, I was just ready to kill myself, but then you came along. It's like, oh fuck. You get trapped.
I learned that early though.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say much more, 'cause then the person might actually hear and find out who they are.
Right, because she's still listening.
Yeah.
I learned that early about the whole daylight and nighttime. Back in the teen nights at clubs and shit. Yeah.
And you like walk outside, like you're in the club and you're dancing with this dude, and you're like, oh, he looks good, he smells good, and then you walk outside, and then like you have like the parking lot light on their face, and you're like, oh damn,
shit, they're fucking 50.
Yeah.
You are not 30.
The only thing I feel, no.
You was real fine in the club.
I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to smell attractive if you aren't attractive, because I feel like that's another problem.
I disagree. Because that's all they freaking got.
Right.
Yes.
We can go buy some
have you ever
D&G.
been like in a subway or like walking down a stairwell, and then all of a sudden like you get this like whiff of something, you're like, oh shit, that smells sexy as fuck, and like you're like, he's the one, and you turn around and you're like, oh fuck,
oh yeah,
like, and then you're just like, my nose has deceived me. Like,
the grandmother, the grand lady, she was walking in front of me. I was like, damn, whoever is in front. And then the chick turned off, and then I kept getting the smell. I'm like, oh, it's this old granny. I'm like, that's the fucker.
Or if they got a nice back, and then you see the front, you're like, ah, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Or there's another that the worst is when you see the toes, and you're like, oh, that's a nice foot situation. You work your way up, and then you see the freaking face, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of how I felt about everything else.
It's like, do I have a foot fetish? Is that my life now? Like,
right, no.
I am into feet, though.
Yeah.
I fuck with feet.
Oh.
But it's not a fetish, because a fetish is something you need to get off. If that element isn't there, you can't even get hard. I don't need feet to get hard, but I fuck a good foot.
You fuck feet.
I will.
Because I was gonna ask.
But I didn't think about it the other day. I thought about it. I thought about it, but I haven't. I've never.
So you like licking toes and stuff?
I just like a nice toe. A fucking nice.
Do you paint toenails and shit too?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I've given a foot job.
Okay, I'm
Playing and scheming something.
You gave a foot job.
Yeah, I gave a foot job.
Okay, Marissa.
Yeah.
Little freak coming out. When, where, who?
This is like in college,
know all the
and like,
details.
so it actually it'll turn out to be a lot freakier when I finish the story. But like,
YouTube tutorial. And shit.
yeah. So like, all right. So what happened was, my boyfriend from college and I, we went back to his home in Long Island, and so we were in the living room, and his parents were out. And so we were watching a movie, and I was like giving him a foot job while we were watching a movie, and like under a blanket. And so then his parents came home, and they walked in the living room, and I tried to move my feet, and then he kind of just closed my feet around him more.
Nice.
And so then I just kept the foot job
Nice.
going while we were talking to his parents.
Very nice.
God damn! I'm gonna think about this when I jerk off. I'm not gonna plan to. It's just gonna pop up. I'm gonna be like, and it's gonna pop in, and then I'm gonna probably come. But,
Oh my god!
wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That is so hot.
I've never had a foot
Yeah.
job before.
Yeah.
You never had a foot job before?
No.
No, I'm good too.
I'll try anything twice, you know.
Just spit on it. Just spit on
It's
it.
different though with man feet.
Well, like
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not.
You know what
There's
I
no
want?
interest there.
I want a
don't
foot
really
BJ with the feet at the base, but then they're like, they're like.
She got to be flexible.
how that is like impossible, okay?
This is New York City. This is the yoga capital of the world. Maybe
Yeah.
LA would be
He's
fucking
just gotta
next.
find
You
it
need like
yogi.
that Cirque du Soleil, bitch.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could maybe do that.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to
Yo,
start
Granny
doing some
from
labor.
Big Apple
When
Circus.
Tracy Morgan impression coming out, he would say something like that. Oh, that's Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. I think though, like if you're like kind of like Indian style, and then like you're, I think you can do it. I really do.
It can be
Indian
done.
style?
I've seen it. You talking about the foot blowjob? I mean, yeah, I've seen it.
Ooh, all
Oh,
up on
shit.
X2.
She's
All right,
like, yo, I'm about
so
to
we
come
got
back.
radio
Yo, we need
radio
another
on a-
fact check
on a
up in
blowjob
here.
fact check.
First of all, y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I am now. Because this is the second time I've been on here today. However, thank you, Marissa. A fat chick cannot do a foot blowjob. I'm sorry, it's not.
You
gonna
can do
happen.
other things though.
I'm gonna tell you what. Can you not be in my titties right now while I'm talking to
Whoa.
you?
When a
Like, I can just rub it between there.
When a chick's just hanging out, and can you not? Can you not?
I know.
I can't.
They always be doing that too. If you don't want somebody to look at them, don't be pulling them out.
Can you not?
What I was saying was, our stomach and titties are getting away before anything else. I don't give a fuck how much yoga, stretching you do, trying to get that shit to happen. It's not gonna work. Just like 69 is out of question too. Big bitches should not
Wait,
do 69.
69 's out of the question?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna sit on their face and I ain't touching shit. I'm like, I'm sucking your dick and you can't reach my ass. I ain't trying to stretch you. I'm trying to have fun.
What? 69 is like my favorite thing to do. I love it. But I don't see, but it's two guys though, so it's like I'm deep throating the guy and getting deep throated at the same time.
Though.
Yeah, it is.
Sport.
Yeah, it is like competitive sports. I was like, ooh, you going down like that? How about this? It is like dick
shit,
football.
man.
Oh, it is.
Who gonna deep throat the best?
Well, except for not dick football, but dick and vagina football.
He's got me like I've never even thought of that, because I'm not a homosexual. However, I do find myself to be. I have like an obsession with the gay, because here's the thing: it's like the grass is always greener on the other side. Now, don't nobody get the wrong idea listening to this shit. Jason Scoop doesn't want to suck dicks. But it's just the fact that there's that whole other world going on.
Yeah, that's a whole
It's
nother like
always
level.
Gayness
Yeah.
is always fascinating me. So when
How
you
do you know what you
open,
haven't
when you
tried?
bring up that fat, what's again?
You know what you haven't
What's going
tried.
on? What's happening? So, and I'm like, God, the fucking 69.
Yeah, the 69 is a whole
With
nother
two
thing
fucking
when
cocks.
it's two dicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some fascinating shit.
Yeah, and it is like competitive sports. So shit.
I asked a chick if she wanted a 69 the other day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, she asked me if I wanted a Netflix and chill. And I was like, no, let's Amazon Prime, and fucking 69.
Not to me, just like,
Prime and 9.
well, because I
want to get the job done.
Right, while you're
Then
doing
I'm like,
it.
oh damn, this feels really good. And sensory overload.
Yeah.
I'll break
Yeah,
down.
it's
I
too
can't.
But that's why I like it.
Or
Because I feel like after a while, if I'm just laying there getting head, then I feel like, let me give him something. Shit,
Toss him a bone.
So that's, now we're both giving each other something.
Yeah, but I feel like for women, it's a little different too because
Spirit of giving.
like a lot of women don't actually come from like intercourse itself. So like the fact that he's like going down, like that is our coming, and then you're gonna get off when like we start fucking. But like with two guys, like you're gonna both get off from like from both sucking each other's dicks. But like there's probably, if you finish each other off, then there's really not an after. But with us, it's like, all right,
you got a mess you got to clean up.
like,
one would assume.
But like, with us, it's like, okay, like we're getting ours first, and then you're gonna get yours. But like, you know what I mean? But like for the 69, it's just too confusing. It's just like where are you going? And then like I always feel like I don't know, I want to focus on him, but I also like want to focus on myself.
You know what I think we just figured out?
True,
we just had a breakthrough. The 69 is not purely, but it's mostly a homosexual act. Because you think two chicks, yeah. Two dudes, yeah. But a man and a woman...
There's too much.
You want to talk about unnatural? They're like, gayness is unnatural. Dude, the straight 69 is unnatural.
It's true.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I would imagine it'd be like
on the Brewskies and whatever the fuck podcast.
It's a breakthrough, yeah. It's like Roadhead. I can see that.
Yeah, big talking. I love everything.
That's
I love
so
Marissa.
true, though.
Yeah,
I can
because when
absolutely
you're
see
gay,
that.
you're
Yeah.
like you're wanting to get all up in that, like like I like sucking dick.
It's like
But like
even
a straight guy, it's like you're trying to make a chick feel good, and it's like driving for us. We're
Right,
trying
you
to
like, pay attention
focus
to that, you
on
gotta
the road,
eating
keep an eye on
pussy is a
that
fucking
shit.
headache
Oh yeah.
enough. Like,
Oh,
you're like,
no,
they're just,
yeah.
like barking orders, which is
Yeah.
fine. It's like you want to do it good.
Yeah, you're
but
barking.
it's
It's
like
exactly a walk in the park sucking dick now. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
I feel like it might be a little easy.
Wait, you didn't hear the first part of the segment from the first segment where like this morning I was sucking my regular's dick and he wanted to fuck my throat and hit the wrong spot and I threw up coffee everywhere.
You
Dunkin'
threw up.
Donuts.
Now there you go.
All over
There
him,
you
all
go.
over
Yeah.
me. So it is not.
You vomited on a dude's dick this morning.
Yes, I did. That's how I started off my Friday. Okay.
This is how we roll on Big Talk. We be throwing up on dicks like it's a Friday.
Oh God! Right, but then he wanted to keep going. I cleaned up, and he was like, "All right, come on,
I
yeah."
don't know. That's kind of a.
Right, that's what I was
That's a done
asking.
deal for me,
That's what I was
like,
asking everybody else. Like, it's over after that, right? Like,
If a girl threw up on your dick, would that end the night for you?
That's it.
You know what's funny is this has happened.
Okay.
So you have an expert.
And I'm trying to think back because I can't remember how it wrapped up. No, I think and she was the best dick sucker of all time.
yeah, because to get to that back part where you gonna throw up, that's
She was a Dominican Republican, and oh
Really?
my
Nobody says
God.
that though. Nobody.
Oh, this shit was
Dominican.
magic. Yeah, that's I say it like that because it's fucking funny. Linnea. But yeah, no, she
like allegedly that's your name.
she regurgitated. I'll never forget. Yeah, it was. Yeah, she was just like, "What?" And it was just everything was smooth sailing, just like do, sucking my cock, felt great, and then just like, bah! And then she was like, "Oh, this is embarrassing." But like she played it off funny. It was funny. I was like, "This is funny." I didn't even care. I was just like, I just want to keep getting my dick sucked. But the question was, did she?
Like, did it end
I
the night?
don't.
Did she clean up and then
think-
you guys kept going?
I think we both. It was like a teamwork effort because I'm a feminist, and no, I think There's no way she went back because she was too fucking
Embarrassed.
princessy. But yeah, it definitely got continued later on.
Right, you see,
but-
I went back, so that made me feel like a G. Like, okay, I'm about to finish this.
Yeah.
So let
Oh,
this
you
nigga
went
know.
back?
Yeah.
Because I've seen pornos like that. Once again, this is why. Well, here, let me shake your hand because this is the gay straight overlap, man.
Okay.
Because I'm fascinated with the whole world. If I've seen girl videos with the girls, and she keeps going, and that shit turns me on so much. So I wonder now,
I mean,
how
I
the guy
cleaned-
felt.
Yeah, I cleaned up.
That's-
like we stopped. I cleaned up, and then, fuck it.
Yeah.
But then does
Why
his
did
dick
she
smell
throw
like
up? Was
puke?
it just her gag reflex?
Wait,
Or
does
was
this
she
dick
just-
smell
look,
like
I don't know.
puke?
No, it was. She
It
wasn't.
smelled
drinking,
like
and
coffee.
she was and she was a champ, though. She was a champ. So for her to vomit it had to be maybe she ate something that
Yeah,
morning.
because I'm like,
because
Well,
she
see-
was.
you gotta work out her gag reflexes.
No, exactly.
I have a-
Let the toothbrush go back too far every day, maybe.
Yeah,
Help
that's
it.
like a little
No,
workout.
I literally gag on my toothbrush every single day.
See,
like,
you get your
yeah.
workout.
like
get
you
your
know,
workout.
but like
Well,
there is. It's like I don't normally have a problem with that, but I think that it's as long as you're controlling like the speed and the depth.
That was the problem.
It's
See,
like, yeah.
Let me tell you my position. I was laying on the bed, okay,
Yeah.
with
Laying
my
on the
head off the edge of the bed. He was standing up and was ramming my face.
Yeah, no.
That don't usually do that.
Uh-uh.
And it just got to the wrong
Wait,
spot.
so did you throw up on your
Control at
eyes
that
because
point.
you're upside down? So did it roll down your face?
No, I immediately jumped
Oh,
up
got
and
up.
then it was just like,
You're gonna give me
Yeah,
a boner
no.
over there, right?
yeah. Did you think about a visual with your
Oh,
blue dick?
shit.
Guys, I can jump up on it.
Right? I ain't never had no blue dick before.
I love how everybody heard that one.
Equal opportunity employer.
Get my Smurf on.
I can't even. It's too much. I'm gonna explode.
great, man.
I can't. I don't have enough holes to let the laugh. I'm gonna blow up.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Jesus
at Big Talking
Christ! And he's
Brewskies.
sitting right there with his blue dick, and he's not even ashamed. You're like, you own that blue dick,
Baby blue.
baby blue. You're owning
Because
owning
this
it,
is
man.
a
And he's
safe
fuck.
space right here.
Right.
His colors, his
He's
colors.
got a blue beard and a blue shirt and a blue dick. It's great.
No, it's a safe space. He can be blue as he wants to be.
Ooh.
Shit. What should I do?
What should I do?
It's draped over.
I didn't see anything.
Can I hold
We
it
don't-
over here?
we
I just
don't
saw.
see
All I
anything.
saw was a flash of blue.
About foot jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How about
What kind
here?
of orgasms have
Is
you
this
had?
chill? All right,
Have
sweet.
you? Yeah. Have you touched all of them?
You know,
Do you feel?
Ooh.
I don't
okay.
really. Okay, so I feel like American women are orgasm deprived.
Yeah,
We are. And so I kind of feel like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to like get more into a space where I'm having more frequent orgasms. But my 20s was a fucking wasteland.
But that's
Like-
because you're reaching your
You and me
sexual
both.
peak
Yeah.
is in your 50s, right, for women.
No, it's in their 40s.
In their 40s. So yeah, so
and so like and that's like the thing too is because like when I was in my 20s I dated guys that tended to be older and it just wasn't, but like then as I got older I started dating younger guys and like I feel like you need to because like there's like older guys are just kind of like I don't know, it's like they're always like either tired or they're just like, you know, they're not really like it's not that they're not into the sex, it's just kind of like they're over sex. It's like they've been a teenager, they've been in their 20s and their 30s and they're like kind of like at their like critical mass of like orgasms in their life. I feel like it's just kind of like if you were to think that like every person has a finite amount of orgasms,
Oh,
they're
God,
like
that's a
kind
horrible
of
thought.
like
That's a horrible thought. That is
no,
a
but like
horrible
it's like
thought.
as a theory, if you were to think that everyone has a finite amount of orgasms, they are at the end of life, like kind of in their 40s, and then by the time they're in their 50s, they're gonna have erectile dysfunction
It's
and
like
this and the other.
See,
retirement.
Wait,
Right,
see,
it's
but see,
retirement, exactly.
but
That's good.
that must be straight older guys because all of the old gay guys I know, they
Are
are
on
all
Viagra.
fucking
Yeah, they're party
they
animals.
are
I was
party
gonna
fucking
I don't know
animals
if that's accurate.
out of
I don't know how
control.
I
accurate
used to.
that
Well,
is.
this one guy I
It's
used
like-
to work with. Yeah, he was insane. He was almost 60, and he's fucking going out every night doing blow and
Look
stuff.
at you,
Yeah.
fucking Hefner.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, but
Oh,
he
like do
probably
you think
Well,
he
he's like
actually had
80.
a natural
He's not
fucking
probably sucks
boner?
in the sack.
Probably not
Yeah,
in
he's 80
decades.
years old.
Yeah. But I also kind of feel like now taking the same theory, because like women tend to be sexually, like not sexually, but I'll say orgasmically deprived in their teens and their 20s. When you start hitting 40, like you're kind of in that like early stage of like orgasm, because it's just like you still have so many more years ahead of you as far if you were to have a finite amount of orgasms, because it's very sporadic in your 20s and your teens.
Kind of get what you're saying, because boys, you start at 13, 12, 13, and man, you fucking every day.
All the time. Like,
so once you equal out with the, not equal out, but once you get to like women, you know, they come into there, everybody says at 30, oh, that's when they fucking... So it's like by that time the man has come thousands of, maybe even millions, maybe
like,
even billions of times.
It's like no one has so much practice. Like,
billions. Let's take it easy.
Practice,
All right?
it just happens. We don't
for no reason.
Right.
Realize it, but
women need to like. I need to get to a mental place that I could let it.
Nope.
Like,
I just look down and my dick is hard. The wind blew.
It's like childhood psychology involved. With men, you just up, down, tug, fucking explode. That's it.
You don't realize it though,
very
but
simple.
it still is exercise, because you're still learning what it takes to get you to
well,
that.
yeah,
But
there's
for us,
mental
we're
shit,
not
especially
touching
at this
ourselves,
point. God,
so
man.
we don't know, and then we gotta explore ourselves, and no one ever taught us to do that or whatever.
Right,
so
and it's not. It's like kind of like taboo, and like you don't really talk about it, and then when you do, it's kind of like.
Let's talk about it right now.
You know,
let's get to the bottom of all three women in this room.
And
Let's
once
figure it
you
out
learn
tonight.
it, then you're able to tell a dude what to do, so you could stop faking it. Yeah.
Wait, so when did you start? When did you start
I
masturbating?
fake it, but
I don't.
When did you start masturbating?
Oh, that's a great question.
Probably like 25.
25.
Waiting for you to ask that.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about you, Linnea?
Plead the fifth. No, let me stop. That's a good ass question. I really don't know. I feel like it was accidental.
How the hell? Mine was accidental too, but how do you not remember?
No, it was accidental because I remember being in the shower one time.
Me too. I was in the shower.
See, yo, I can never ever. I would.
The shower head hit me a particular.
Oh yes.
When I was washing, I was like, "Whoa, what was that?" It was like pretty explosive.
Woo, woo, girl, damn, girl.
It just went from there.
Okay.
Damn, girl. Woo.
Yeah.
I can't do anything in the shower. I've tried it. Everyone's like, Cordy, what's taking you so long in the shower? I can't jerk off in the shower.
You remember your first boner? How old you were?
I was probably about 6 years old. Yeah, I was jerking off before I could even come. I was jerking.
Yeah,
you just can't even do it anymore.
No,
yeah.
I was a weirdo.
I was a weirdo.
I used to fucking hump furniture.
Oh well,
yeah,
I used to get a boner.
That's not weird.
I used to get a boner and go right up against the couch like this.
That's actually pretty common.
All right, yeah.
I was
well,
like a late bloomer.
You know.
I jerked off for the first, also in the shower, just by I was just like soaping my dick, and I'm like, yo, what? Oh,
I have
shit.
tried. I tried it with soap.
Yeah,
and it's one thing, and it makes your dick sting. Yeah, it's terrible. You
no, it was
yes with soap. Are you kidding me?
It's just maybe
soap in your dick. It's okay. All right, shit is over.
But I'll tell you this.
Sorry.
I'll never forget my first erection. I'll never forget. And the thing is, it was during a movie that comes on every year. So every year I'd be like, oh, it's going to happen again.
Christmas
I didn't even know what it was.
I was about to say that.
No. It's the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not. Okay. We've all seen this movie. We've all seen it, right?
But like, what is with the
Okay,
party in the
really?
red sea? Like,
So
what happened?
no. Oh, and this just shows how fucked up I am sexually. So when he frees all the slaves. They go to they're all chilling, and he's like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to God. I'm gonna get the 10 Commandments. So just chill right here." So Moses goes up, and I was like, "Thou shalt not." And then back down, all the Jews are like, "Yo, fuck Moses, man. Let's fight. He ain't coming back." So they freaking make the golden statue, and then here's what happens. So remember the girl, like the chick who was like, they freaking try to, like, they fucking wrestle her down, and they try to tie her up, and they're like, yeah, let's fucking, not, they don't say rape, but they're like,
they're
grabbing at her,
It's
and
mad
pulling
rapey.
on her,
Yeah.
and really fucking, they're being
It's a
kind
prelude to a rape.
and I'm like 6 years old, and I'm like, God damn, son. Like, I just fucking. So
Someone's
it's like, yeah, my first boner was biblical rape. And the thing is, I look forward to it every year. I'd be like, oh, it's around Easter time. Everything's gonna happen when the movie comes on. The whole movie. What's up? What,
You
that
can watch
movie?
it on
With that clip?
YouTube, yeah.
Well, and nowadays, I don't
He's like,
even.
I'd never leave the
now-
house.
Like-
I'm
he's
just
like-
I'm
he's
way
more
beyond
advanced.
the Ten Commandments.
He's more advanced now.
When it comes to porn, I'm
He goes
God,
on
I'm
the third
fucking-
day.
oh.
Yeah. I've experimented with some Easter bunny porn. Well, not like an Easter bunny, you know, like
furry
like
porn.
like kind of like holiday porn, like Santa
like
Claus
some Christmas
and shit.
shit, same with the elves, with the chicks. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Thanksgiving, you get the Pocahontas porn. It's great, you know,
It's just,
right?
it's not, we ain't seeking it out. It just
John-
pops up on the, pops up.
I was gonna say Jon
Yeah, no, yeah. When you're like scrolling for porn and there's a certain stuff pops up.
Yeah,
Shit just
St.
pops up.
Patrick's
Yeah.
Day porn. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god! I'm about
Yeah.
to. This is the real fucking. This is the real fucking. I'm
I just say Thanksgiving porn. Pocahontas, Jon Snow.
that I've
That's
latched
not
onto.
it
I've been
at all.
obsessed with ever since I discovered it about 3-4 years ago. It's DearLorenzo.com. Okay.
DearLorenzo.com.
Yeah, and
okay.
it's like this freaking. It's like this black guy from Philly, and he just fucks chicks, but like he makes them suck on his toes, and he calls them a bitch every 3 seconds.
Damn,
And
man.
like,
That's
yeah. Oh my
intense.
God, yo, DearLorenzo.com.
sense.
Yeah, no, it's a problem.
He
No,
doesn't
it's
have a
problem.
blue dick,
I'm
does
trying
he?
to quit Dear Lorenzo. Like I'm trying to wean myself off of Dear Lorenzo.
Oh my god!
Have
I
you
thought
heard
it
of Dear Lorenzo?
No, I've never. No, but like, I like to watch Hoover Mouth.
He jerks off on his. He comes on his
Jesus.
foot, and he makes the girl's
You
lip
guys
to
are
come
on
off his
another
foot. It's
level.
bad.
Yeah, no,
It's bad.
Hoover Mouth is this
Hoover
guy.
Sounds like some vacuum shit.
Right, because it's glory hole porn, but he like describes like all the guys that like come to like his glory hole, and he just sucks their dick. But then he's like the best dick sucker you've ever seen in life. But like he sucks everybody's dicks.
Damn.
The military guys, cops in uniforms.
The gays love glory
Yeah.
holes.
Is it?
And I didn't realize that was some real shit.
No, that is some
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
shit.
You guys know Rick Chrome? He teaches the
Yeah,
class
yeah,
at the Comedy
yeah.
Cellar. I'm
Yeah.
hanging out with Rick. And he was talking to somebody, some other gay guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, back in the well when shit hits the fan, we could always hit up that glory hole on fucking 10th and what." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's a real fucking
No,
thing."
that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
definitely a real thing.
There ain't no straight glory hole. I'll tell you that much. There
No,
ain't no,
no,
fucking
no,
chicks
no.
just hanging out in a hole. Oh, it's a dick.
there's not?
No,
Do you
it's not
think
happening.
With more
Fuck.
unisex bathrooms, though, that might become more of a
No,
possibility.
I mean anything's.
Girls are not doing that. Like,
No,
girls,
they're not.
Though.
They're not? Then I'm in trouble,
many
boys.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
think that you
Lit.
need to have they would need to have some sort of game. It's got to be like more than just like throwing a dick in a hole. Like they need to,
Yeah.
you know, like when you're washing your hands and then they like hey girl, like they're giving a compliment and they're like well,
Something.
like there needs to be
Something.
some conversation. I think. Because, like, I don't know,
You could just do
unless
an
he's
impression.
got, like,
Oh, that
a
has worked.
crazy ass dick that, like, it's just, like a top 10 in life dick, like, then you're just like, all right, I'm curious. But, like, I don't think that average guys, like, are... Most dicks are average. Like, you're going to have, like, some, like, above average dick in order to be able to pull off, like, a heterosexual glory.
I don't know
hole.
about that.
He's saying what, like just like a huge fucking
It's
cock.
yeah,
Trying
like
to
it's
do
just
these
got to be like a
conversations or
cock
something,
monster that
and-
you're just like, whoa, I'm gonna tell my friends about this forever. Like you know what I mean? It's just, you just can't be like some like normal like 6.5, 7 inches like like no.
Wait, he's got to be a ruler dick?
It's got to be crazy. There's got to be something outrageous about it.
Yeah.
Like Franken dick or something. It's like, oh,
just
my
think
dick
about
used
all
to
the
belong to someone
rampant
else.
herpes. That's what I think.
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo,
Lot of herpes.
That's like bed bugs in New York saying herpes. That's like
Right.
saying
I
bed
know.
bugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
It kind of bothers me. Though. That's exactly what
yeah.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Sends chills up your spine.
The statistics are, it's like half of us got herpes.
Whoa.
So it's like, I'm looking at
Well,
y'all.
like
Well, we got
every
the
I'm looking at
mouth
you. I don't
herpes.
trust
Mouth
you.
herpes.
I don't
Right.
trust you,
Whoa, shit.
motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
You could get that down below too. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
well,
it's-
that's how
it's-
it-
it's
yeah.
into- yeah.
But like that's the
So-
thing though, like everyone has herpes. It's like
Not me.
No,
I got tested.
Whoa, easy, easy.
I got my results
She's
right
a little
here.
too quick to
No, but,
defend
like,
herself
in
over
the
there.
same sense,
Yeah.
in the same sense that everyone also has chicken pox. It's just
I
kind
actually
of
never
like
had chicken pox. And
I
that's
got
Oh,
yeah,
sure. Oh,
I
no.
got chicken pox when I was 26.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
It's
It
Yo,
was
that's
like, oh my
bad.
God. I had
You
this
can
shit for
die.
a month. Like, it was horrible. And, like, I can understand why you need to get it as a kid because you don't need to remember where it goes.
Isn't it like shingles?
It's just
it's
like,
fucking everywhere.
You gotta,
It's
you
everywhere.
gotta admit though, of all like the diseases people want to stay away from you with, chicken pox just sounds cool. It's like, yo, I got the chicken pox, son.
Yo, can I get
Like,
fries? Can I get fries?
No, right? No, when you were in school and you were a kid and you were like, oh shit, I got the chicken
Yeah,
pox.
right?
I'm not coming to this motherfucker for 3
James
photos.
had that last
Like,
week.
yo, that
Oh.
bitch got the chicken pox, son.
Yo,
It wasn't
Yo, I
like
got that
it just sat- it
calamine
had like
oil.
a ring to it, right? It's like, you know, it's like, oh,
Oh,
God,
son, you hear about Rodney?
Right.
Yeah.
Strep, there's like strep.
like,
I had an ear infection. And it's like, yo, I got the chicken pox.
I had the
Chicken pox.
You ever heard of Pity Rises Rosa?
no.
No,
I
what
had
is
that
that?
instead. That's another childhood disease.
Is
What-
your
what
mom
does
like
it
making
do?
shit
What
up?
does it-
telling
what
you
does
that
it
you
do?
got it?
Pity Rises Rosa.
What the?
Is that
What
like?
is
chick-
that?
Kind of sounds like a ghetto black chick.
It sounds like ghetto chicken pox.
Say it one more time. What is it?
Pity Rises Rosa.
What
It
the?
sounds like something Santana would sing.
Right?
Like,
Pretty Rice is Rosa.
Yeah, or like an Ed Sheeran song or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happens
what-
to
what
you?
do you get?
Hootie
You're not
sounds
my.
like he could have said that, right?
Yeah.
You're not my kid. I'm already freaked out.
At my nephew's birthday party, let me see, how old was I? Maybe 12, 13.
Okay.
At max. And he was.
Should have
I
been
don't know, maybe
sucking on that
5.
dick. No.
And it was in one of those ball pit type things. I
oh,
was in
those
there
things
with him.
just.
That's a
Germs.
cesspool.
Shit goes down in there,
It
man.
looks like just herpes all over your hands. and
Pink
your feet.
eye.
Oh my god, I'm
shit.
itching already.
Yep.
Oh,
I think I just got
No.
pink eye from hearing this story.
That's like foot and mouth or some shit.
That's exactly.
Oh, or
Yeah.
wingworm.
Raised and it
Oh.
hurts.
Ringworm. That's another
Oh,
one. You see
no.
people like,
Yeah, my friend got that.
You all
No.
bumping your shit.
Thought I was bad with psoriasis, man. That shit was fucked.
My man.
Dude,
I used to have eczema.
psoriasis.
That's what
Eczema.
That's what
Eczema.
psoriasis. That's
My
a
little sister has
condition you
it.
gotta handle, bro.
Still, it kind of pops up a little bit every
Yeah.
spring now, but it was
It's like, yo, that's like
bad.
4% of the
I looked like a
population,
fucking lizard
dog.
person.
Yeah, I used to have eczema like
Some of my
all
hands.
Do you
over.
get
like-
asthma? Because they say a lot of
No.
asthma.
I have asthma.
Yeah.
But,
Do
like-
you get asthma?
No, I just have asthma.
Oh, okay.
I went to like private school and like I'm allergic to, well at the time when I was a kid I was allergic to artificial fibers, so I had the polyester uniform.
Yeah.
So like anything that the polyester touched I would get eczema, and so then they put me in like a silk suit underneath my uniform to stop the eczema, and then it's like
that contact.
yeah, because I
What?
couldn't have the
Damn, you was in class hot as shit, huh?
yeah.
Damn. I was just gonna say, it sounds
It's like,
like
you
a
know,
fucking
restrictive.
Disney character.
exactly.
Damn.
It's
You're
like,
in
you know,
Florida weather with that fucking Mickey Mouse thing. Oh boy!
I had this like basically like a silk long john that I had to wear underneath my uniform so that I couldn't have any artificial fibers touch my skin.
Damn, that was worse than me.
It's like because it would be all year long, and then like and then it just gets like thick, and it like you scratch it and it bleeds.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
like perfume and whatnot. But I remember I had
Yeah.
a cold recently, and I put like Vicks behind my ears, and then I had ear eczema.
Wait, why would you put
Oh,
Vicks behind your
shit.
ears, though?
See, reason why you would.
Whoa, hold
She's
on.
gonna
Vapor
explain it.
rub, okay? You put it in like different points, like you're on your nose.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
behind your ears.
Whoa, wait,
chest.
behind your ears, on your
Exactly.
chest, under your nose.
But wait,
What?
we mentioned
Behind your ears?
herpes,
What?
right? So I have to mention Usher.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Why is
Just
everybody
saying.
raw dog and Usher? Go on.
Because Usher gave 4 different people herpes.
But then
He just-
supposedly
yeah.
he
4.
didn't.
No, and like it all is coming out
No,
now
he's a-
that like
yeah.
all these people
He's
were
an
paid
asshole.
off like $500,000 a piece.
Yeah.
To not talk about Usher giving them
Yikes.
herpes.
Because I saw an article.
his
saying-
piece.
Real son of a
Okay,
bitch.
I don't know.
regular
Would you
studio.
fuck Usher for $500,000 and get herpes?
Hey, whoa.
No.
Fuck
you know,
no.
yes.
Herpes
Hey,
is
whoa.
forever.
Herpes is for life. 400
Yeah,
grand.
Herpes is forever.
400 grand though.
Yeah.
You know.
400
whatever.
grand though. You can make that for life too. Shit. We gonna
Yeah,
flip-
that's
we
for
gonna
life
flip this
too.
money.
1,000 is not a lot of money.
It's
Not
not.
enough,
It's-
man. You'll burn
In the
that
grand
shit
scheme
real
of things.
bad.
True. You'll be burning
You'll
through a lot of
burning.
shit.
I mean,
That dick will be
Let it
burned too.
yeah.
Shit, you gotta
More like your genitals.
Yeah, herpes ain't worth it. Herpes ain't worth it.
It's not.
Yeah.
And precisely because look at what happened. Look,
Right.
he's paying up now.
Right,
Yeah,
Usher, pay them some
exactly.
more money, okay? 500,000 wasn't enough.
Like he doesn't
It
make
gotta be a
money.
curable disease, honestly.
I'm surprised more famous people don't have freaking herpes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you what?
please.
There are
They just don't all
websites.
talk
I
about
looked
it.
this shit
Yeah.
up. There are websites of celebs who have herpes.
There was like one
Damn.
of Yankees that was giving everybody.
Planning on fucking these celebrities?
Hell
with you?
no,
You one
I'm
of those
not.
chicks going out scoping out celebrities
Hell
and shit?
no.
I know
I
chicks
am.
like
Yo,
that.
I'd fuck Betty White
They're
if
like,
I
oh,
could,
that
man,
dude
for the
from
fucking
Entourage.
LA.
He's
Yeah,
out
that
there
shit.
fucking in
Fuck Betty
Williamsburg at this
White.
Hell
bar.
yeah,
I'm
I'd
like,
fuck Betty
Come here,
White.
comedy
Comedy legend.
Yeah, dude.
Pass on that shit.
No, I think I might be wrong,
That's
but
the
I heard like
dirtiest dick. You don't
Alex
wanna deal with that.
Rodriguez was like
Hey,
giving
Rod,
everybody
baby.
herpes.
oh,
I
That
lost
means
my
that Jennifer
A-Rod.
Lopez has herpes then.
Allegedly. Well, I hear that he gave it to Cameron Diaz, allegedly.
Sailor. The old sailor himself.
Of course, Paris. Who else?
Oh.
Jim Carrey.
Hound dog.
Jim
Yeah,
Carrey's
Carrey,
in like
yeah.
litigation right now.
Nice.
Well,
He's being
because-
sued by like the family of his
Family.
ex-girlfriend
'Cause
For
she
what?
because
killed
she got her. She
herself.
killed herself because he
Wait,
gave her
what?
herpes.
What?
Yes.
But like, why
Kill
do you
yourself
kill
with
yourself?
herpes.
She killed herself because a lot of people have been through a lot of tough things. That doesn't mean you fucking kill yourself. Fuck you, Jim Carrey's ex-girlfriend's family. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, do
On the
that shit.
Talking Brewskies
Do that
podcast.
shit.
Because it doesn't know where he is.
Fucking drop
What's
shit.
the basketball player that's fine and he used to be married to Vanessa Williams?
shit.
Something Fox. Something.
Yeah,
Jamie
Rick Fox.
Fox.
Rick Fox.
Yeah.
He had
Fine
herpes.
ass.
Really?
Really? Ooh.
She
I
had
know. I saw him walking
Vanessa.
down the street one time in L.A. I was like, oh Jesus, Rick Fox.
Now you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh Jesus, herpes.
Oh, bro.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's so sad though.
Yeah.
It's sad. It claims a lot of cool people.
It does.
Well,
It
you saw-
claims a lot of cool people.
Life.
They probably you're like, are you part of the club?
Yeah, it definitely just
you
sounded.
saw him in L.A.?
Yeah.
I was in L.A. a year ago, last year, and I saw a bunch of celebrities because outside of my hotel was a movie premiere. I was on Hollywood Boulevard.
You were on Hollywood Boulevard.
And it was like Angelina Jolie, Dustin Hoffman, all these people.
Had
But
herpes?
I was the most like, oh my God, bye. It was a fucking porn star I saw.
Why am I not
Figures.
surprised?
I'm in North. Yeah.
Right.
I'm in
Was she
North.
on
I think
Zero
it was
Lorenzo?
North Hollywood.
North
I'm
Hollywood.
crossing the street, and this. I'm like, I grew up on this fucking.
Yes,
It
the
was
Valley.
Brian Pumper. It wasn't even a girl porn star. It was
I've seen Brian Pumper.
No, Brian.
Of course, I know who
He's
Brian
just standing
Pumper
there, right? He's
is.
got all his chains on. looking
Yeah,
like Brian Pumper.
looking like Brian Pumper. Yeah,
Yo.
that's Brian Pumper. He fucks all the bitches.
Yeah, he does.
I don't
Yeah,
know who
I didn't
Brian
know
Pumper
Brian
is.
Pumper is.
Oh,
the name.
can we get a pic of Brian
Yeah, I'll
Pumper,
put it-
please?
I'm a good face guy.
Brian Pumper.
He is.
Would I
fine,
recognize his
okay?
dick or his face? I don't know. Which
I'm really
one is
picky,
more?
so I don't know.
Yeah.
But the
You're
funny
picky?
part
Yeah.
was, it was in like a shitty part of town, and I'm like, yo, Brian Pumper.
North
Fucking-
Hollywood
this
is not
motherfucker's
that
for
bad.
real, son. He's hanging out in the hood. Brian Pumper.
What's the major? All right, well, let me get. Look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have seen
I
it.
You
saw
gotta see him. Get a no shirt pic.
Brian
Yeah, he's
Pumper.
in so he's in
He had
so
on
many
all the
porns.
chains and
Hey,
shit.
hey,
Brian
You gotta
Pumper.
see him
yeah,
fuck
poor
though.
guy.
No, Shamar Moore.
You gotta see him fuck though.
Shamar Moore.
Shamar Moore. Who the fuck is that? A porn star? No.
Shamar Moore.
No, exactly. We're talking porn. We're talking porn.
I don't
I
know.
don't care
it.
about some legit actor.
Yeah,
We're talking the dude who fucking does those Brazilian fucking, what is it, the orgy with all the Brazilian chicks, and in the beginning of the video they're like, yo, let me see that ass, and they just, this is too much.
I got a man. I
Yeah.
don't read the porn.
Yeah,
okay.
no, but
Yeah.
oh man,
You don't ever throw the porn in to spice it up a little bit?
Yeah, we actually. I remember dealing with this one guy. He always looked at porn.
Now see,
And
I was
he
gonna.
couldn't have an orgasm with another person. So that was a problem for me. Exactly. That bothered me.
That's
so high.
fucking weird.
Because it's like, exactly. Because apparently you could get retarded ejaculation, it's called.
Wait, what? Excuse. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Retarded ejaculation. that you either
Retarded.
take forever
Wait,
to
your dick
ejaculate
is
or
on the
you just
spectrum or
don't.
what?
Yeah.
Hold on.
If you jerk off the same way all the time,
It's
that's
retarded.
the
It's
problem.
called that.
No,
What was this
no.
guy's ethnic background?
He was black.
Oh shit.
He was black.
Oh shit. So you know he wasn't just a bitch.
And he would jerk off to the Latinas.
That's
and
a
the
Oh,
Morenos.
that's yeah.
Wait,
That's
no,
what it's
actually, it is a major problem.
Hey, that's
with
a
that.
major
And he
problem.
tried to
Okay,
wash
yes.
through it and just finish up, and he did it the same way every time. So anything that goes off path, you figure it just wouldn't help him.
Shit.
So I'm going like 6 hours, no lie.
Brutes.
Oh fuck no!
6 hours.
I got shit to do.
Yeah.
That is your problem, boo boo.
Yo.
Water break, and then we finish that shit up. But
Yo, I'm taking water breaks. Water
I'm like, I
breaks
can
are
see
good.
if I didn't get, because this was in my 20s. I can see if I wasn't getting an orgasm, but you not gonna come either. Like, come on.
Like,
so I
no.
tried to simulate the situation with
But
him.
hold on,
I'm
is he
like,
still
let's do-
staying hard?
Let's do what you
That's
normally do.
nice.
And he was like giggling about. I'm like, no, I'm serious.
Is he still staying hard, or is he losing boner this whole time? You got to fucking work it back up.
Stay hard.
Oh well, then
Did he
what you
eventually
complaining
bust
about,
a nut?
goddamn?
Eventually, did he eventually bust a nut?
Yeah, actually he did. 6
She goes-
hours
she
later
goes-
though.
But like, was this just like
I was
blowjobs that was a problem, or would he not come if you were like intercourse?
Intercourse. It didn't matter what it was.
He just couldn't come.
He just couldn't come with another person there. He's married
Damn.
now. I think he got through it.
Was he doing blow?
Is he married to a Latina woman?
No, I hope
Maybe-
he got through it.
maybe he
got a Latina
did.
wife, too.
I hope
Right.
he's married to a
'Cause-
Latina
Might not,
woman.
he is, like,
all right,
he
good.
is.
Yeah,
I
all
was
right.
with one guy that like he could come in intercourse, but couldn't come from a blowjob. It was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
or a hand job, like those
Okay.
things. But like, if
I
you were,
come
like,
so
fucking,
quick
he'd
titty
come.
fucking,
Yeah.
but
Like,
you
what?
sorry. with titty intercourse, titty fucking. I feel like that's offensive to women. Should call it titty intercourse, okay?
All right.
I come real quick with titty intercourse. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little
Okay.
secret, you know. Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
you
it's
know.
all right.
I
He
FYI,
took it as a
his
joke.
blue
He's
dick.
trying to have us watch porn to try to get through it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Shit.
I'm
some
about
shit's,
progression,
some shit's
yeah.
just incompatible. Some shit just don't
Yeah.
work. Like
Yeah.
you know, sexually sometimes it just doesn't.
I mean, I'm part Latina too, but I guess
Ooh.
that wasn't enough to. Let me stop.
No, he had a problem.
No, but like some
Yeah.
people, if you want to,
You gotta be open, though, if you got a problem
Or
like
we've
that.
got beer in the fridge too, if you want.
gotta be
what's
open.
this?
So yeah, that's
it's a
apple.
wicked
But if
apple.
you wanna
Yeah,
get
get
one-
it,
yeah.
drink it.
So do you feel children are our future?
Nah, not at all. Like when you used to, I believe the
Oh,
children
wait,
are
that is not
No.
us. That's
That's a Red Bull.
but no, we should have beer in there. Yeah, there should be beer in there. So
You
why?
got kids
Yeah.
nowadays that are killing their grandmothers and
Jesus.
yeah, you
but that's
doing
not
all
all the
kinds
kids.
of. No, it's not. But I just keep on seeing like weird shit in the news, like some kids trying to hang an 8-year-old. I didn't think of hanging anybody when I was in
Right?
preschool, or
Especially
anytime,
racially
really.
motivated.
Exactly.
It's
Shit
like they didn't
that.
try to hang an 8-year-old. They tried to lynch an 8-year-old.
Well, wait.
Who does that?
That's
these
what
are
happened?
White,
It was a black-
I didn't hear about it. These are white
What
kids
the
they tried
fuck?
to kill.
It
Wait,
was 12-year-old white kids
What?
lynched an 8-year-old black
Holy
kid in New Hampshire.
shit.
in New Hampshire.
Wow, leave it to New Hampshire.
sorry.
I thought I would think Florida or like Mississippi or some
and this
shit.
happened recently.
I'm so surprised. You're surprised about New Hampshire? That shit's
Well,
not
yeah, I
surprising.
mein, I guess New Hampshire too.
I didn't even know black people even existed
Yeah,
in
they're
New
like
Hampshire.
it's all
Not
bed
many.
and breakfasts
Not
out
many.
there, you know.
That's the weirdest shit. Well,
So
okay.
I went to college in New Hampshire.
Oh, you
and
did?
So yeah, and so like New Hampshire's really weird in the sense that it's like so like monotone, but like when you get into the Walmart, they have like a wall of like missing people, and the wall of missing people were only black men. No black women, no white women, no white men, no
Shit,
Asians.
That's like that
no
fucking
like,
Get Out shit.
It's
Yeah, right.
just black men on the wall.
Damn.
And then when you walk through the Walmart, all the single white women have these half black children. And you're like, where are the men?
That
Like,
sounds so scary.
It was just like
Get
it
Out
was just
shit.
it was really weird. Like I didn't even see Get Out,
Dude.
but like
Oh, okay.
if
I don't wanna
if
spoil
that's
it
what it is, then he went to New Hampshire because like
Is that the one with Owen
literally
Wilson?
like a bulletin board, only black guys, and all of the single white women have half black kids. Remus giving me
Sex
that. Wrap it up.
slaves.
soon.
That's what that is.
Something's fishy.
Something
Something is fishy.
Some shit is going
Right,
on.
they're
up
all
there.
Shit's
tied
going
up in the
down.
basement. Somewhere
Shit's going down
fucking
in
some
New
white
Hampshire.
bitches.
That's why anytime I leave New York, or most of the time, it's like I don't get any place else in this country. Like, why do people like living any place else in this?
I
fucking
don't
country?
get it.
You know what I mean?
don't.
Yeah, there's
Not to say
some
that
cool
shit doesn't
places,
happen
but
here,
most of America is just like farms
Yeah.
and fucking grass.
Yeah.
Lots of grass.
They're like, so you're gonna move here?
cows.
I know you're gonna move here
I'm
after
fr-
you go
I'm
back.
from
Like, no, I'm never
Wisconsin.
gonna move. Wisconsin,
like
me
at
too. Yeah,
Milwaukee.
yeah.
Oh,
Milwaukee.
I'm
that's
from Milwaukee.
crazy.
What?
My whole mom's side of the family's from Milwaukee. Yeah,
That's
Racine
crazy.
and Milwaukee. Yeah.
wow.
I grew up there in the summers when I was a little fucking kid. Piece of shit kid, like we were
Before
talking
you
about
went
an
to-
hour ago.
Oh,
Military
right
school?
before military school.
Like people come to New
That's
York and
probably
they're
what
like,
did
oh,
it
for
to
the
you."
amount of
Yeah,
money
I
that
know.
you pay for that apartment, you could have a fucking mansion. And I'm like, yeah, but you're missing
But
the
it
most
sucks.
important part is that you have to
Yeah.
live there.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
live there. You know? And I'm like, look, I love this country.
She
It's a great
goes,
country. It's a
"Ew."
great country, but it's just you hear shit like that, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
But like, how do 12-year-olds even have this state of mind that they're?
Well,
thinking
here's
of
the thing.
lynching
Here's the thing. And
They
to-
get it from their mamas and their daddies.
Here's what I'm
okay.
gonna say. I feel like this is like the Chris Rock joke, like Columbine. He's like, "What movies were they watching? What music were they listening to? They might have just been fucking crazy. Like this is always gonna be
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I
course.
mean?
Some
So it's like as
fucking
much as you
freak,
want to be
yeah.
like, "Oh my God, there's such a racial problem in this." It's like, no, this crazy. Anybody to murder anybody?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You're crazy.
You're psycho.
It's crazy,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Columbine joke, Chris Rock. He's like maybe
Those kids are all
he's like,
fucked
whatever
up.
happened to crazy? You know? These kids were just fucking crazy. You know, that's why you don't go to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Period.
I
White,
played
black.
Duke.
But there are too many crazy people, and then you got too many crazy kids, and then you got the internet.
But you're right
that's
about
just
that.
Helping it.
You're right about
Yeah.
that. But here's the thing:
Like,
it's
it's
the
crazy.
fucking hormones in the chicken. And the freaking all the pills, all the pills that they're giving the kids.
Dude,
they're
no, I
fucking-
played all those video
No,
games
here's what
growing
it
up.
is, because
It's a lot
people
of things.
stop eating gluten, okay?
Oh,
That's
that shit too. All that vegan shit.
Gluten
I
balance
was
you out,
reading,
man.
they were trying to say that it's not actually the gluten that people are allergic to; it's actually the pesticides that they use.
Whatever. The 7-year-olds got tits and they're getting pregnant and they're on Maury
Yeah.
because of the chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
Talk about catch me outside.
Exactly.
We gotta wrap.
So
we gotta wrap it
we
up.
gotta wrap this up. Remus giving me the bitch get out of here look. Before we leave though, where can everyone find you on social media? What projects are you working on? What shows do you have coming up? Linnea?
Linnea.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
It rhymes with Maria.
Okay.
You can find me. It's obviously the @ symbol. LANEYA. Wiles, spelled like Miles, and that's it, but with a W.
Okay.
That's it. And the things I'm working on, I have a show at the Artichoke Pizza Showroom. I'll be in Harlem also as well coming up, so you could go to my website as well. It's under my name, LineaWiles.com. And I'm working on a web series, Bad for Love, as well as Mo Brown's Bodega. That's
Cool.
out already. That
Nice.
just dropped. So, yeah. And then I have my own projects that I'm trying to produce too. Yeah. Because I do like, I had like a, I was telling Jason about this before, that rapping and shit. I have this video that I'm rapping about crocheting and shit.
Nice.
And yeah.
Cool. So Jason.
Okay, folks. So you can find me at Jason Scoop, JSONSCOP at everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all Jason Scoop. So I'm going to be doing a tour in October 19th through the 22nd of Ohio and Pennsylvania to talk about weird fucking states.
Yeah.
And then the big shit that I'm real excited about is November 16th through the 22nd. I'm opening for Tommy Davidson from In Living Color.
Wow!
Yes, at the Funny
Congratulations.
Bone in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hell yeah.
So I'm super, super, super excited about that. Also, because I'm trying to promote my YouTube shit, I got my Trump Thriller parody where I basically dress up like Trump and I do the whole fucking Thriller. Melania's in there. We got everybody. Check that shit out. It's good, right? Linnea can endorse it. You can say it was good. It was good. So check that shit out. I'm trying to get my views. I'm trying to go viral.
Okay.
Why not?
Right.
So that's it. Thank you.
Awesome, Rodney.
Thank you all.
I am actually hosting a show tonight at the Broadway Comedy Clubs. So if you're in New York City at 10 p.m., check me out. And then next week, I'm going to be with the fabulous Marissa Smith hosting Fashionably Funny. So make sure you come see both of us.
Tuesday, I'm going to be at the Grizzly Pear for Ralph Anthony's show. Friday, the 29th, Fashionably Funny Broadway Comedy Club at 9:30. And October the 7th, Merriment and Mortification at Otto's Shrunken Head. This is Big Talk and Brewskies. I'm Marissa Smith. And remember, you guys, you're not supposed to threaten countries at the UN. Have a good night.
That's so fucking.
She just wants to be beautiful. She goes unnoticed. She knows no limits. She craves attention. She praises an image. She prays to